Hello and welcome to Pidini Doing Stuff and Filming It, and especially welcome to this new series that I'm making called Strange Things from Across the Pond. Now, this is a series going to be primarily focusing on food and food items, but we'll probably get a number of other things thrown in there as well. And it's, as the name suggests, we're going to be doing foreign food. Going to be mostly things from America. Now, why is it going to be mostly things from America? Well, for the simple reason that my partner is American. And they work on one of the American air bases here, and they have access to the American supermarket that's there. And a lot of people might think that, well, American food, it's not that different from British food. They've got all the same stuff that we have, and we've got all the same stuff that they have. Which, for the most part, you'd be right. If you go to an American supermarket and you look to buy a potato, you will get a potato. Simple as that. And, if you look to get a carrot, you'll get a carrot. But if you've ever been in an actual American supermarket, you'll know that there is a whole world of things that are just, you will not get, certainly in the UK, quite possibly anywhere else around the world. So we have quite a unique opportunity here to explore some of these weird and wonderful food items. Now, I'm not restricting the series to America. We're both big fans of foreign food, especially Eastern European food. That's quite nice. Mexican food as well, Asian food. Basically, if it's cooked on planet Earth, chances are it will be going into one or both of our faces. And I'm aware that across the pond, to most people, means America. But remember, Britain is an island, so, whichever way you go, you're going to cross the ocean, so it's across the pond, so sue me. So, the general structure is, we will come here to the filming studio, we'll have a look at it, we'll look at the packaging, look at what it is, what it does, have a bit of a look at it here. And then we'll do a taste test. If we can do that here, so not everything needs to be cooked, then we'll do that. We'll do a little bit of preparation, and in some cases we'll go down to the kitchen and we'll show you cooking it up, and then we'll talk about what it's like, whether or not I like it, the sort of flavors to expect, and things you can do with it as well. It doesn't have to be eaten on its own. Now, a few points of note. I am not a food critic. I am not a chef. My taste buds are fairly non-discriminatory. Generally, if you put food in front of me, I will eat it. There's a few exceptions. Celery, beetroot. But, if you're the sort of person that likes celery and beetroot, fuck off. But, generally speaking, I will eat just about anything. So, yeah, I'm not a food critic. I'm not a chef. In fact, the only bit of professional catering work that I've ever really done was I worked at a place called the Godmagog Golf Club for, I can't remember how long now, 6 months to a year. But I was front of house, I wasn't involved in food preparation at all. And I've worked a couple of restaurant jobs or cafe jobs, which are just dead-end student jobs that weren't going anywhere. That's about the extent of my sort of foodie experience, with the exception of the golf club. It didn't really extend beyond, like people ordering full English breakfasts in a cafe. So, like most people, I've been eating food my whole life, and I know what I like, I know what I don't like, and I have been talking most of my life as well, so I feel like I can probably describe stuff. So, without further ado, I'm going to call this the end of this introduction video before it gets too long. I'm aware there's no actual food in this one, but it's the introduction, so episode 1 will be coming along very shortly, immediately after I've published this introduction. We've got a fair bit to be getting through. I've got a few bits already lined up, as you can see. There we are. Oh, chocolate bar as well. There we are. These are, well, they're not all American. Look, that's not American at all. I don't know what that is. But yeah, we'll start making our way through this stuff that we've got here. I've got loads more stuff down in the kitchen as well. So, yeah, we'll, I don't know what that is. Whatever. We'll go and make a start working our way through these, and there's going to be lots more to come. I'm really looking forward to making this series, and it's not just going to be at a fixed length either. I'm going to keep making them as long as I can get my hands on weird and exotic things to try. So I'm going to say thank you for watching. Episode 1's coming out immediately after this one, so go and give that a look. I don't know what I'm going to start with yet, but I'll figure that out in a minute. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in episode 1. Hello and welcome to Strange Things from Across the Pond. Today we're going to be taking a look at some circus peanuts. Okay, so here we have a packet of Patriot's Choice circus peanuts. Now these are some sort of confectionery item. I've never seen anything like this here in the UK, or anything really like it either, which, yeah, is interesting. You can tell it's American because Patriot's Choice. Americans love putting patriotism and such like on it, and yeah, this whole packaging just feels very American, doesn't it? And also down the bottom here, net weight 5 ounces, and the grams is in brackets. It's 142 grams. Clearly they were going for the whole ounces rather than a nice round figure on the grams. So turn it over. Now, this packaging, I mean, a lot of people will be familiar with this. We have this sort of labelling on UK products. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I think even the font is probably the same, but yeah, so we'll have a lot of nutritional facts. About 4.5 servings per container. Serving size, 4 pieces. Yeah, okay, right, whatever. So, amount per serving, 120 calories, total fat 0, saturated fat 0, trans fat 0. I believe they call it something else on UK packaging. Trans fat isn't really a thing. Cholesterol 0, sodium 10 milligrams, total carbohydrate 29 grams, dietary fiber 0, total sugars 27 grams, includes 27 grams of added sugars. So, total sugar 27, all 27 of them are added. Protein is less than 1 gram, and then it says vitamin D 0%, calcium 0 milligrams 0%, iron 0 milligrams 0%, potassium 0 milligrams 0%. The percentage daily value tells you how much a nutrient in a serving of food contributes to a daily diet. 2,000 calories a day is used for general nutritional advice. Well, that's interesting. And then up here it says, ingredients, sugar, oh, no shit, corn syrup. There's corn syrup in everything. If it doesn't have corn syrup in it, it's probably not American. Gelatin, fairly common confectionery item. Pectin, artificial flavour, colour added, yellow 6, yellow 5, and red 40. That's all it says for the ingredients. It then goes on to say, allergen information may contain tree nuts, peanuts, milk, soy, egg, and wheat. Product of the USA. Packaged by Elian's Candies Incorporated, Green Bay, Wisconsin 54304. And yeah, that's it. Oh, I should probably point out, in case you don't know, the Best Buy date, the Americans always get their months and days the wrong way around. So that's not the 5th of November 2023. That's, yeah, May 11th, 2023. Just thought I'd point that out. I mean, either way, they're well in date. I'm still going to eat them, so... Right, okay, let's open them up. Let's have a look. Come on. There we go. Oh, well, I've split the bag now. Now I'm going to have to eat all of them. Now, obviously this isn't coming across on the camera because it's not smell-o-vision. That hasn't been invented yet. But as soon as I open this, getting a big waft of banana. Or they're not banana, but banana-flavoured things, like banana milkshaking at banana-flavoured sweets. Which is an interesting smell, considering this is peanuts, but whatever. Anyway, I mean, my partner did say and did stress several times that these are not what I would expect at all. So let's just tip a few of these out, shall we? Oh, that's nearly all of them. Alright, let's tip them all out. There we go. So what have we got here? Well, at first glance, apart from smelling of bananas, They appear to just be peanut-shaped, soft sweets. I mean, these are, you can squeeze them and pull them apart. They have that sort of spongy texture to them right there. Oh, dear me, dropping bits. And they seem to have this this effect here to make the top look like a peanut. It's not on the bottom, so I imagine these are probably running on some sort of belt like that, and something stamps the mark into the top of them. Some of them seem to have this lettering in them as well. Not all of them. Some of them are just plain peanut shaped like that. But then this one says Spangler. What's that one say? Also Spangler, Spangler, Spangler. They all say Spangler. Let's see how many. So that one, that one, that one. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got 7 Spanglers and 12 peanuts. I have absolutely no idea what that means. Maybe I'll ask my partner when they get home in the morning. They're on night shift tonight, so I'm filming this in an empty house. Oh, wait, no. Is that another Spangler? Oh, yep, that does say Spangler. Okay. So what does that put us on? 3, 6, 8 and 11 peanuts. I have a feeling some of these are perhaps meant to say... Oh, I don't know. Right, so, yeah, that is what they are. They are a lovely bright orange colour. I suppose that would be the colouring. Yeah, we had yellow 6, yellow 5 and red 40. Quite how there's 40 types of red, but whatever.
I mean, there's 50 shades of grey, so it's not that impossible. Am I right?
I suppose if you mix 2 lots of yellow and a red, you would get this lovely orange colour. Let's just have a sniff. Interestingly, since opening the bag, the banana smell has largely dissipated. These now don't have that much in the way of a smell to them. I imagine, yeah, just being cooped up in this bag. They've been there, well, they've been in the house a good couple of weeks whilst I got ready to film all this. That obviously stored some of it. Oh, no. Oh, right, okay. The bag absolutely hums of that artificial banana flavour. These don't smell of anything at all. That is interesting. That's what they are. Let's give them a taste. Yeah, they don't taste anything like peanut. They taste of banana. Which is, yes, interesting. I'm guessing that's what the artificial flavour is, but it's not described. The sugar and the corn syrup are just sweeteners. The gelatin that's commonly used in confectionery items. It gives them their helps give them texture. It's a byproduct of meat, generally pork, as far as I know. So yeah, the artificial flavour, but yeah, those taste of banana and texture. Also very similar to something else I've tried here in the UK many a times. You can get, they're actually very much the same size as these, but they're yellow and they're shaped like bananas. And I believe they're just called bananas. They have exactly the same smell, same flavour, same texture, for all intents and purposes. They're the same sweet. Let's tear this one apart and you can see what I mean. It's that sort of like foamy type, spongy, chewable sweet. Quite easy to chew on. Yeah. I'm not sure 4 pieces is really a serving size. I mean, it's that much. I get the feeling. Yeah, once I start doing the edit on this video, I'll probably just finish eating these. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. There's nothing else to them. This is quite a simple product. Their appearance is, yeah, quite deceiving. I mean, the way my partner was describing them, I was expecting them to taste of peanut or something entirely different, but no, I've tasted this many a time before. It's banana. So, I mean, would I recommend them? Yeah, why not? I certainly wouldn't recommend paying over the odds for them. If you see these in some sort of like foreign food specialist, don't pay any more than the UK equivalent, the banana sweets, because I wouldn't say there's anything better about them. And they are maybe slightly bigger. It's hard to tell. They're a different shape. These are maybe, if I weighed them out, these are probably maybe slightly bigger, but you don't get that much in a packet. Like I said, I will probably finish these. But yeah, it's a nice start, nice introduction to this new series. A confectionery item. I'm going to go and, well, I'm going to finish eating these. They're quite nice. I like sweets. So, yeah, I'm going to put these in my face now. Tell you what, we'll put them all in there rather than eat them off the chopping board. I'm going to find out what a spangler is as well. Must be an American thing. There we have it. Patriot's Choice Circus Peanuts. They're alright, them actually. Yeah, quite like them. Let's eat another one. Thank you for watching. Oh, before you go, just as I stopped filming, I realised, I wonder if these ones marked Spangler taste any different to the regular peanut ones. The answer is no. They taste exactly the same, and there appears to be no difference in them whatsoever, other than they say Spangler across the top. Alright, that's it. Done. I'll see you in the next episode. Welcome back to Strange Things from Across the Pond. Today we shall have a cup of tea. Right, so what have we got here? Well, this is, well, as you can see here, twisted tea. Hard iced tea. Now, I'm sure you can all guess what hard iced tea means. It's got booze in it. Alright, let's have a look at the packaging. So yeah, we've got made with real brewed tea. Yeah, okay, fair enough. You can tell this is American. Tea is quite a novelty to Americans. They much prefer coffee because reasons. So yeah, I'll have a look. Oh, yeah, original. Apparently there are other flavours. This is just the tea flavour. Hard iced tea with a twist. Excellent. And we've got in this packet 12 fluid ounce cans. Let's say cannons. Bloody no, cans. Again, American freedom units.
What will you do without freedom? Oh, freedom!
Freedom, don't need your freedom.
What the hell is he talking about?
Right, what else have we got on it? Nice carry handle at the top. That's quite useful. That just says the same again, and so does that. And and there's a competition. But what's it? Oh wait, no, that's not a competition. That's I don't know what's going on there. It's all blurry. They look to be. They've got helmets on there, either skiing or mining. And these people are posing for some sort of picture. Okay. All right. Anyway, all right. Let's open it up and see what we've got inside. Let's fish out one can, shall we? There we go. Out of the way. All right. Here we go. So, yeah. So same again. Made with real brewed tea, twisted tea, hard iced tea, original flavour. Excellent. No carbonation. Now that is rather obvious. I mean, you get these cans out. These are about the same size as a Coke can, normal drinks can. Here's a can of Mountain Brew next to it. As you can see, they're about the same. There's maybe a millimetre or two difference in it. Not much, though. Yes, but no camera. That is immediately obvious because I don't know if this will come across on the camera. They are squishable. If this was beer or Coke or something like that, the can will be hard because it's pressurised. But yeah, there's no pressure in this. I don't know, I've managed to put a dent in it just by squeezing it. Alright, so what does it say here? Apparently this is Brittany B and Jamie B. Howell, New Jersey. Be a little twisted. Okay. I don't get why these pictures, they're sort of weirdly out of focus and the colour's all strange on it. But whatever. Oh, right, here we go. Submit your own twisted photo at twistedtea.com. Maybe I'll send them a copy of this video. Government warning. According to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects. And 2, consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery and may cause health problems. It might well do, yeah. If you crash your car or your machine, that can result in some pretty serious health problems. And, oh, that just says copyright 2021 Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati. Okay. No ingredients listed. I'm not missing anything here. No ingredients listed at all. Just says, oh, here we go. Malt beverage with tea and natural flavours. Okay. Right, let's get a glass and we'll try it out, shall we? Now, it seemed only fitting that, given that this is tea, that we put it in a tea cup, or a glass mug, rather, so that you can still see what it looks like. Now, have a listen to this. I'll bring this a bit closer. Get me. Did you catch that? Hardly any hiss as I opened it. The little bit of a hiss that was there was probably just down to me squeezing on this thing earlier. But yeah, it's not carbonated. So you open it and the only real noise is the noise of the metal being pierced. No hiss. Don't hear that very often. Most things that come in a can are carbonated. Right, let's have a look, shall we? Right, so out of the can, that looks like tea. If you put that in front of me, and apart from it not steaming, because of course it isn't hot, I would say that looks like a cup of tea, which I suppose it is, really. So, yeah, I mean, it's got, I'll move that a bit closer to the camera, so it seems to be forming something of a head on top of it, which is interesting. Tea doesn't normally do that. But then again, I haven't been able to work out what's actually in this. It's obviously tea with something in it, booze. It's 5% alcohol by volume. It doesn't say what's actually in it. I might have to look that up. Right, let's give it a sniff test. Yep, so it smells like iced tea. So I'll give it another sniff. Yep, smells just like iced tea. Anything like the Lipton iced tea that you can buy literally anywhere here in the UK. It's it's tea without milk. I mean, if you drink tea on a semi-regular basis, you'll know roughly what that smells like. With sort of hints of lemon and lime, maybe a little hint of mint smell in there as well. Again, just like any other iced tea that you can buy out there. So, yeah, time for a taste test of them. Okay, I have to say, taste-wise, initially, when you first take it into your mouth, giggity,
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
tastes just like iced tea. Yeah, you've got the, like I just described, the tea, bit of lemon, bit of lime, maybe a slight hint of mint coming through there as well. Yeah, and then as you swallow it, that doesn't change. But now afterwards, the aftertaste, definitely booze. It's a sort of slightly sour. It's some sort of spirit that's in this, because it's very aromatic. I can not just taste the alcohol, but I can also sort of smell it as well as it's evaporating in my mouth. What is that? Let's have another swig. That's nice. I have to say, I love tea, and I do really like iced tea as well, especially on a very hot day. And that alcohol, it is adding something to it. It's not changing the flavour. I am drinking iced tea like I've done many times before. You know, like you can get it. Nearest place I can think of I can get Lipton iced tea is a supermarket. It's very nice. I like it. But that alcohol is adding something. We're going to have to look at what's in it, because it's going to bother me. So, yeah, it turns out, after a quick bit of Googling, where it says on here, malt beverage with tea and natural flavours, that is literally it. That is the ingredients list. So, yeah, the tea part in the middle, yep, that is tea, just straight up black leaf tea. Natural flavours is, the lemon and the lime that we can taste coming through on it. Malt beverage, that is literally it. It's just malt, mostly barley. Kind of similar to beer, but they're not letting it turn fully into beer. They're literally just making the alcohol for it. So it's, it's a similar type of ethanol as to what you can find in beer. Yeah, I was looking for a particular flavour. It turns out, yeah, there isn't one. Well, there is one. It's malt, but I'm gonna have another swig though. This is nice. That's quite a big swig. That's it. Because the initial flavour is just tea and nothing else. It's easy to gulp this down. I imagine if I had this nicely refrigerated, ice cold on a hot day, that would not be lasting long at all, and I would probably end up shit-faced. Let's top it up. Oh, I do love a good cup of tea. I suppose that kind of explains as well, if it is similar to beer, explains why we're getting a head on it, or at least a partial head, because it's not full beer, it's just beer-like. Let's have another swig. I can see me having more than one can of this tonight. Yeah, that's nice. That is nice. Alright, so that concludes this episode of Strange Things from Across the Pond. Now this, twisted tea, yeah, quite strange. I've never seen it quite like this here in the UK. I mean, we have beer, we have booze, obviously. We invented it. Well, we didn't, but I like to think we did. And of course we have iced tea. But I've yet to see here in the UK the two mixed together. At least not in a retail packaged product like this. You know, you may be able to get it in a bar or something, some fancy bar in London, and remortgage your house to pay for it. But yeah, quite happy with that. It's very nice. I highly recommend, if you manage to get your hands on it, that you try it. Like I say, the flavour is, well, if you like iced tea, you're going to like this. And it's got that nice sort of alcohol-y aftertaste to it. Now that I'm swigging it more and knowing what it is, yeah, there are hints of beer flavour. Maybe that's just a bit of a confirmation bias. Now that I know what it is, I'm starting to taste that. Yeah, it doesn't really taste all like beer. It tastes like tea with booze in it. It's great. Let's have another swig. That is nice. I think what I'm going to do is go and put the rest of this packet in the fridge. Maybe we'll serve it like it shows on there another day. I think just one tonight though. I can see me drinking far too much of this. It does slip down so easily. Yeah. Alright, we'll call that it. I'll see you in the next episode. Hello and welcome to another episode of Weird Stuff from Across the Pond. Today, I am starving. I'm going to eat this. Alright, so what have we got here? So, this is a bowl. It's a bowl, Stuart. Fucking hell. And this is a bowl of Vifon, Vietnamese style instant rice noodles, chicken flavoured pho gar. I am going to be mullering the pronunciation of half of this packaging, probably more than half. I will apologise for that now. I apologise for mullering the pronunciation of all these words. Yeah. If I offend you in some way, I apologise. I am a boring, cis-het, monolingual white guy, as my partner will call me. So, yeah, I apologise now. Anyway, let's get into it. So, we'll call it faux gar. I'll ask my partner in the morning when they're back from work how you actually pronounce that, but we'll call it faux gar for now. And, well, that's all it really says on here. We've got a barcode, 70 grams, 2.4 ounces. I can't remember where this came from. Yes, I do know where it came from. It came from the American supermarket on one of the air bases nearby, which is why it has both metric and freedom units printed on it. Freedom! It's also halal, which you very rarely see on British products, unless they're actually part of a halal range, in which case it's all over them. But, yeah, oh, okay. And it says 3 minutes to enjoy. Well, it's going to be a bit longer than that. As you can hear, the kettle's finished boiling, but it's going to be a bit longer than that for me, because we've got all this to look through. So, let's have a look on here. So, exporting to 100 countries, made in Vietnam. Oh, that's just company information. Yeah, the Vifon Joint Stock Company. That's their address in Vietnam, obviously. Yeah, Long An Province. Oh, look, I brought a fork up. It says fork inside. Very interesting. All right, let's get this packaging off and we'll have a look at the ingredients. All right, that's interesting. We have 2 sets of ingredients, and as far as I can tell, they say different things. Alright, well, so we'll start with this one here. This one says, Vifon Vietnamese style instant rice noodles, chicken flavour, bowl. Yes. Ingredients, rice noodles, 77%, which are rice, modified starch, E1404, sugar, salt, flavour enhancer, monosodium glutamate, thickener, guar gum, yeah, okay. Soup base pack, 13%. Wait, hang on. Oh, never mind. And those are salt, sugar, flavour enhancers, monosodium glutamate, disodium guanylate, disodium inosinate, the textured wheat gluten, chicken flavour, dried vegetables, green onion, long coriander, red shallot, ginger, PHO spices in variable proportions, 1.4%. Those being pepper, colour, plain caramel, and then the chili sauce pack, which apparently makes up 7% of this, is water, chili, sugar, garlic, salt, tomato paste, modified starch, E1422, acidity regulators, acetic acid, citric acid, preservative, potassium sorbate, the oil pack, 3%, palm oil, chicken flavour, spices, PHO spices in variable proportions, 3%, chili, colour, carotenes, antioxidant, and tocopherol-rich extract. Lovely. That's a lot of ingredients, a lot of them repeated. And does that then... Oh, yeah, look, it does add up to 100%. So, yeah, 77 plus that makes 90 plus the 7 plus the 3. 100%. Excellent. The packaging actually adds up for once. And it says, so cooking instructions. Add soup base to the noodles. In a bowl, pour in 400 millilitres of boiling water. Cover the bowl for 3 minutes. Stir, serve, and enjoy. No microwaving. You literally just pour boiling water on it, wait a minute, and eat it. Lovely. This, alright, no, now that I look, these are actually the same list of ingredients. They're just printed a slightly different way. But yeah, that's all the same. Right, we're not going to read that again. And that's in a different language that I don't read. And those instructions are the same. Alright, let's open it up. Oh. Didn't mean to take that off. That was a purely accidental. It's not actually glued on. It's just sort of pressed in there like that. And then I pulled it off. I suppose it's normally got the packaging, the plastic holding it on. Right, there we go. Okay, right. That's interesting. So we've got 3 little packets in there. That's our fork. That is flimsy as fuck and tiny, as you can see. We'll try it with the fork since it's part of the packaging, but I have a proper fork for later. I was going to attempt to do this with chopsticks because it's noodles, but then I remembered I can't find my chopsticks anyway, so bollocks to you. Right, so what's that? That is just a nest of dried noodles. Okay. Yeah, alright, fair enough. These are the sort of noodles. You can see they're very thin and they're clear. They don't need to be boiled. You literally just expose them to hot water. Even if this wasn't a nice convenient bowl, that is the correct way to cook that style of noodle. You just get a bowl of water, pour boiling water over them, wait a few minutes, and they're ready to go. You don't have to cook them. All they do is turn soggy and fall apart. Right, let's see what's in here. So that is our soup base, which is a powder. This is our oil, which isn't liquidy. It's perhaps just gotten a little cold where it's been in the cupboard. It's just gone, at the time of recording, it's the 4th of November, and we're still not putting the heating on because, well, it's just too fucking expensive, thanks to our Tory government, the bastards. Oh, this is our chilli sauce. That is still liquid inside, we can feel it. Okay, right. Let's begin preparation, because otherwise we're just going to be looking at a bowl. Push that to one side, out of the way. Start with the soup base. Now, there's nothing else to really do with this. Yeah, put it all in and pour water over it. There's nothing else to really do with this other than get on with it. That's interesting. So that'll be some dried herbs in there. Not sure what that's meant to be. Maybe slices of chicken. Suppose we'll find out. Let's get the oil in next. These little packets are at least nice and easy to open. So we'll just squeeze that out of there. It's more of a paste at the moment. Tell you what, we haven't even cooked this yet, but the smell is pretty good. And then this is our chili sauce. Oh, that's less easy to open. There we go. Interesting. For some reason I thought that was going to be a really deep red like sriracha. Maybe I was just expecting that because of this deep red lettering on here. That's a sort of orangey colour. Right, Kel. Right, here we go. So we're going to pour the water directly over our little pile there. Let that all dissolve into there. Didn't actually measure out how much I need with this, so I'm just going to fill it until the noodles are sort of submerged. Yeah, that's probably about that much. There isn't a fill line on this bowl, so I'm going to go with it being about that much. Probably a bit too much. Never mind. Right, start the timer then. 3 minutes. And there we go. Right, let's eat. Right, so we're going to use the supplied fork, because why not? I'll bring this a little closer to the camera. And yeah, I'll just give it a quick stir round. Now, the instructions did say to stir after cooking, if you can call letting it sit there in water for 3 minutes cooking. I'm calling it cooking because that is the correct way to cook this style of noodles. Also, you can see, if you look, they've now turned opaque and started to expand. This is the correct way of doing it. Alright, give it a good stir round. Alright, and we'll keep using the supplied fork. Let's do a taste test. This fork is really rather puny. Yeah, it's not doing a very good job of picking up a decent mouthful of noodles. So we twirl them around like spaghetti. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's give them a try. Oh, bloody hell, look. Alright. That is really nice. Right, so those noodles are nice and soft, not soggy, maybe borderline, but that could be my fault. I think I've almost certainly put too much water in here. But yeah, those are some nice noodles. Good flavour to it. That little oil sachet. Now, some people might think, well, what are you doing adding just oil to a meal? Well, the thing is, oils and fats add flavour. They're not a bad thing. I don't get why people go so mad over having oil and fat in it. If you ever cooked bread, fried bread rather, in lard, my God, that's the most delicious thing in the world. But yeah, that oil's coming through. Let's just try and get a bigger mouthful in me without getting it all over my face. Yeah, it tastes like, so to begin with, it tastes like a chicken soup. Like a, you know, just like an Asian, part way between a chicken soup and a chicken curry. And then you've got that little bit of chili sauce just coming through at the end. The heat is the aftertaste. It's quite good. Yeah, this is certainly head and shoulders above, say, a pot noodle. I mean, this is essentially what this is. You know, with a pot noodle, you just get them in a pot. The ingredients are there ready to go, and you pour them in. Most pot noodles just come with one sachet of, you know, either a sauce or something. Well, I think they all do. You just get one sachet in the top. This way, 3 things to add. But that is, even though it's just convenience food, that is a whole meal. I think that's meant to be our chicken. Let's try that. Yeah, okay. So that is, I'm reasonably confident that was a piece of meat. Yeah, reasonably confident. Obviously, it looks nothing like it does on the packet. This has got, well, you know, the limes and spring onions and this nice big fresh bit of chicken across the top. Yeah. Not sure you'd get away with that design of packaging if it was a UK product, but of course this is a Vietnamese one sold to an American company and then flown into the UK to be sold to Americans paying in American dollars in an American-style supermarket on an American airbase. But anyway, yeah, I'm reasonably confident that thing that I just ate was meat. There looks to be only one piece. I think it's not supposed to be a meat dish. I think it's supposed to just impart meat-ish flavour. It's that thing that I just ate. Maybe I shouldn't have ate it. Maybe I should have left it in there like a fucking stock cube or something. Let's get some more. We'll do one more with this fork, and then I'm going to use a proper fork, because this fork is rather puny. So yeah, you've got to get a reasonable mouthful of it, but there is an element of spice coming through now. That fork is hopeless, though. I mean, if you'd bought this as your work lunch, And if anyone's ever used a communal kitchen at any sort of workplace, forks are impossible to get hold of. They're worth their weight in gold. So if it comes with a fork, that's going to be quite useful. You can then eat your meal. But if you have any other option, just use a normal metal fork. Let's get into this properly. There we go. Yeah, if you get a good mouthful, it's a good strong flavour that comes through. I mean, having the oil in it, you can see it around the edge here, look. That does hang about on your lips. Yeah, and obviously if you get it on your face, you've got a bit of a greasy face, but that is, well, that's how this sort of food is. It has oils and grease in it, you know, and fats. So, yeah, I like that sort of thing. I quite like fatty food, but I imagine if you're trying this for the first time and you're used to everything being fat-free, flavour-free, fun-free, that might be a bit jarring for you, but fuck it, get some flavour in your life. Let's get another nice big mouthful. Yeah, that is actually quite good. Would I call this a complete meal? No, not at all. It's a good work lunch. I might go get a couple of slices of bread once we're done filming here to mop up this sauce. But for something that you literally pour water on, wait 3 minutes and eat, that's really nice. The noodles are good. That's powder and the oil have imparted a fair bit of flavour. The only thing that's disappointing is that chilli sauce. I mean, I keep stirring it around, but it's not adding anything. I mean, granted, I may have over-diluted this. I think it's safe to say I've perhaps put a little bit too much water in this. But you get a little bit of heat in the aftertaste. I've had several mouthfuls of this now, and it's not spicy. It's not even close to spicy. I say you get a little bit of heat. You get a hint of heat at the end. It's the sort of heat where something is trying to be spicy, but it absolutely fucking isn't. Yeah, that's the only disappointing part about it, but that is quite nice. It tastes of chicken, even though there's absolutely no chicken in here. Maybe that's what they mean by it's halal. It's halal because it's vegetarian. I've eaten the one piece of chicken that may or may not have been actual chicken. Yeah, so that's the biggest mouthful so far. There's no spice to it. That chili sauce has added nothing. But it's otherwise, yeah, quite good. Certainly a more complex flavour than... I'm going to keep comparing it to a pot noodle because this is what it is. It's certainly a more complex flavour to it. It's certainly a lot nicer. These are authentic noodles, which are very nice. Yeah, it's ready to eat quite quickly as well, I'm just realising. I poured a freshly boiled kettle over the top of this, but because it's only in a thin plastic bowl, it's cooling down quite nicely. Again, perfect for a work lunch because you can eat it on a time scale, then you can eat it quickly. I'm just going to try some of the broth on its own. Yeah, I keep giving that chili sauce chance to come through, but it's just not. But everything else is there. Everything about this is pretty good. I certainly couldn't cook better myself. Well, actually no, given the time and the ingredients and everything, I could, but for something that you literally just pour water on and eat, a convenience meal, I mean, you could even call it a snack, couldn't you? It's not a complete meal, it's, yeah, it's a work lunch type of fare as this. Pretty damn nice. Yeah, right, one more mouthful before we do conclusions.
Right, so there we have it. That is the Vifon Vietnamese-style instant rice noodles, chicken flavoured pho or pho gar. I quite like that. Like I said earlier, the noodles they're perfectly cooked. That is the correct way to cook this style of noodle. There's lots of flavour. The oil really does add something to this style of food. It's quite a common thing in Vietnamese food to have oils and fats in there, so that's nice. That soup, the mix, the powder, yeah, it is. It tastes like chicken soup, and then you've got the noodles in there. Like I say, partway between a chicken soup and a chicken curry. The only downside is that chili sauce has added nothing. I keep giving it a chance. I keep taking bigger mouthfuls of it, digging to the bottom and stirring it. It's just not there. Sorry, but it isn't. Yeah, which is a bit disappointing because I love spicy food. And if something has something that's meant to be spicy, if it claims to be spicy, then it's not. That is really fucking annoying. But would I recommend it? Yeah, absolutely. Despite not being spicy when it's supposed to be, it's actually really nice. I'm going to finish this as soon as I've done filming this bit. Yeah, that is nice. In fact, I might just have a few more mouthfuls now. So besides the lack of effective chili sauce and the somewhat misleading packaging, I was expecting there to be, looking at that, some sort of extra herb in it. I mean, yeah, I think that may be a dried spring onion that we've got there. Who knows? And maybe some actual pieces of meat, even if they were dry. But we've had one piece of something which may have been chicken, may not have been, and it was literally the size of, well, smaller than my thumbnail. Anywho, so yeah, great for work lunches. You can have it as it is. Yeah, highly recommend it for that. If you're looking for something to eat, if you're down the shops and you see one of these, yeah, get it. I mean, you're unlikely to see it in UK shops because I got this from an American supermarket, but never mind. If you see this in, say, one of the foreign food shops, which are cropping up everywhere at the moment, yeah, if you want to try something new, give that a go. Or I suppose you could use this as a base as well. There's nothing to stop you adding some cooked chicken to it. You can buy ready cooked chicken breast, and you can buy a spring onion and lime and stuff. You could add to it. This would make a great base for building it up into something else. So, yeah, don't think that just because this is what you get in the packet, this is what you have to eat. You can add to it. So, yeah. All right, we'll leave it there, because this is actually my dinner as well. Well, quite a late dinner. So I'm going to eat this, and I will see you in the next video. Alright, enjoyed that. Hello and welcome to another episode of Strange Things from Across the Pond. Today, I'm a bit thirsty. So, what have we got here then? So, this is a bottle of Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink. I mean, it's just pronounced Yoo-Hoo. Yeah, oh, fuck, that's a noise I'm never making again. Yoo-Hoo, yeah, Yoo-Hoo, man, Yoo-Hoo, yeah. Alright, we're going with that, Yoo-Hoo. Yeah, chocolate drink, 15 fluid freedom units.
Freedom!
458 millilitres, which... Is that a full pint? Sorry, no, it's not. I'm being dense. A pint is 568 millilitres. There's an 8 in it. Fuck off. So, anyway, so shake it, Yoo-Hoo, chocolate drink, 15.5 fluid, freedom units, good source of vitamins, 99% fat and caffeine-free, gluten-free, refrigerate after opening. Well, I've refrigerated this before opening, so fuck you. And we have a phone number here, 1-800-966-4669, youwho.com or you-who.com. Lovely. Oh, that's just the same again. Oh, nutritional information. I'll put a picture of that up. We're not going to read that out. We are going to read the ingredients, though. So, ingredients are water. Well, it's liquid, so, yep. High fructose corn syrup. That's just in everything American, isn't it? They fucking love that stuff. Whey from milk contains less than 2% of cocoa, alkali process, non-fat dry milk, natural and artificial flavours, sodium seasonate from milk, corn syrup solids, okay, calcium phosphate, dipotassium phosphate, palm oil, guar gum, xanthan gum, mono and diglycerides, salt, spice, soy, lecithin, I'm mulling the pronunciation of all this shit, sucralose, niacinamide, yeah, okay, brackets vitamin B3. Why don't I just put that? Oh, never mind. Vitamin A, palmitates, riboflavin, yeah, and oh fuck it, a lot of other stuff I can't pronounce.
Contains milk and soy produced under the authority of Mott's LLP. Hall of Fame. Oh, that's the address. 6425 Hall of Fame, Frisco, Texas. Okay. Lovely. Contains a bioengineered food ingredient. If I don't end up with special powers after drinking that, I'm going to be disappointed now. Fucking hell. All right, well, yeah, that's the label. Let's open it up and give it a look. Now, it does say shake it on here, and I noticed earlier that it did say on here that you must shake it before drinking it. Yeah. Oh, one other thing I nearly forgot to do. You notice here, me high. Now, apparently they're states. I don't know what they refer to, which states. If I figure it out, then they'll be going across the screen now. And then it says 5 cents or 10 cents. Now, this is a scheme which I've seen only once before, and it was in Switzerland. And they did it for plastic bottles rather than glass bottles. But you take this back to a store, I suppose any store or store that's participating in the scheme, and they will give you either 5 cents or 10 cents for returning the bottle. And it's sent off and recycled, or maybe it's just cleaned out and refilled. Whatever, but yeah, you can get a little bit of money back. And apparently, it's a popular thing for kids to do. They'll gather up glass bottles and such like in these states, take them to a store and get given $1 or whatever for it, and then they'll go and I don't know, spend it on meth or something like that. I don't fucking know.
You're goddamn right.
But yeah, I've only ever seen that once before, and it was in Switzerland, and they did it with certain plastic bottles. It was the 1.25 litre Coke bottles primarily, because the plastic seemed to be a little bit thicker than the bigger 2 litre ones, and they'd give you I can't remember if it was 5 cents or 5 Swiss francs. Actually, 5 Swiss francs was probably a bit much. That's probably more than the drink cost, but they gave you a token amount of money back for returning all your plastic bottles to the shop. But yeah, I thought it was only Switzerland that did that, but it turns out certain states in America do it as well. But they do it for glass. Don't do it for plastic. Don't fucking know why, but there we go. Alright, but yeah, anyway, it says somewhere on here, I haven't found it, but my partner was very adamant that you must give it a right good shake before you drink it. So, we've got a glass, we'll give it a shake, and then we'll give it a try. Okay, right, here we go. So, good shake up. Now, one thing I haven't said yet is this is not chocolate milk. Now, I know on the ingredients it did say it contained various milk things, contains milk and soy, but it is not one of the main ingredients. That's why it's just generic chocolate drink. So yeah, it's not chocolate milk. Obviously, if you're allergic to dairy or whatever, then you perhaps still want to avoid this. Or maybe you don't. Some dairy allergy sufferers, I'm not sure what the correct. Some people I've met over my years that did have an allergy to dairy. It was mild. They didn't sort of come within 6 feet of a cow and collapse over in anaphylactic shock. They just couldn't drink very much of it. They were lactose intolerant. But something like this would have worked quite well for them. I imagine it's going to look and smell and taste like chocolate milk, but it's low enough in milk content that they could drink it and enjoy it. I also imagine being water-based rather than milk-based, this is perhaps more refreshing than chocolate milk would be on a cold day. Anyway, I'm going to stop whittering on about it. Oh, there's a fly in my glass. Oh, fucking hell. Look at that. Look at that there. Let's click that out. There we go. Don't worry, I didn't kill him. Poor fucker was soaking wet and dragging himself along my finger, so I've just put him down somewhere to dry out. So, alright, let's give it a paw. So, satisfying little pop there. It's interesting to know, as I'm pouring this, and I don't know if this will come across on the camera, but it is, whenever I have bought chocolate milk before, they normally use the full fat, thick, creamy milk. In fact, I think they add things to it to make it more creamy. So it's more like a milkshake than just straight up milk. It's normally quite a dark colour. This, as I'm pouring it in, it's not nearly as thick. It's just as thick as water. And it's also a lighter colour than I normally expect from chocolate milk. I mean, I suppose that's to be expected, really, because it is not chocolate milk. Right, do a sniff test of it first. Yeah, it smells like chocolate flavoured drink. Yeah, I imagine most people out there know what I'm talking about when I say it smells different from chocolate, but it smells just like a chocolate drink or chocolate milk. Not as strong though. Again, I think that's going to be the theme with this. It's going to taste just like chocolate milk, but it's not quite it. So it's just going to be a sort of weaker, watered down experience. Is this? Okay, let's do a taste test. It looks like a fucking cup of tea or coffee at the moment. I could have put this in a mug, couldn't I? Anywho. Okay, that's surprising. Ooh. That's not watered down at all. That is really strong. So yeah, it does not. Yeah, if I give it a right good inhale with the old nostrils, it smells of just like chocolate milk that you can get anywhere, but not as strong. Tasting it though, it is yeah, it's a lot stronger. Blimey. Yeah, that's strange. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that. That's very weird. The initial taste, the first bit you taste, is just straight up chocolate flavoured drink, and it's much stronger, but it disappears very quickly. Yeah, I've not encountered anything like that before. So, yeah, it's almost like the chocolate flavour hits you pretty much straight away, but I don't know if it's because it's water based rather than milk based. It just washes away. There's almost no aftertaste. It just disappears from your palate. That's yeah. Yes, that's a curious sensation. So if I have a big swig, hold it in my mouth, I can taste it the whole time. As soon as I swallow it, the flavour's gone. I mean, all right, now that I've drunk a few gulps of it, there's a bit of a lingering taste, but yeah, normally if I drink chocolate milk, it tastes like chocolate milk, but then it sort of lingers and there's aftertastes and things to it, and I like chocolate milk. It's chocolate fucking milk. Who doesn't like it? Well, I suppose if you're allergic to milk, but anywho, yeah, something about that. It just, as soon as you swallow it, it washes away and the taste is gone. I don't know if that's intentional. That can't be intentional. Why would you want something to have less flavour? Yeah, there it is again. Or rather, there it's not again. That's quite curious. Alright. Now, interesting. I don't know if the camera caught that. They've sunk now. As I poured that in, all you can see is a few bits there. They're just powder. It's almost like they've just taken chocolate powder, like cocoa powder, just dumped it in some water and high fructose corn syrup. Not all of it is fully dissolved, which I imagine if you just took ordinary cocoa powder and dissolved it in something cold, it wouldn't dissolve fully. Oh, look, you can see it actually at the bottom of the glass. See all the little dots? I wonder if... Let's take a few big gulps and see if they change the flavour. Alright, I think the flavour is settling at the bottom. Even though we shook the hell out of it before opening it, well, we obviously haven't gotten all of the flavouring out, and now it's all starting to settle at the bottom of the glass. I can't shake it again, so it'll end up all over my walls. But yeah, the flavour is getting stronger the further down this glass I get, and it is starting to linger on the tongue now. Yeah, definitely getting stronger. That is interesting. Alright, so conclusions on the Yoo-hoo chocolate drink. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to really say about it. I mean, it's a chocolate-flavoured drink. It doesn't taste exactly like chocolate. It tastes like chocolate flavour in the same way that banana things don't taste like banana. They taste like banana-flavoured things, and strawberry things don't taste like strawberries. They taste like strawberry-flavoured things. Is it nice? Yeah, it's very nice. Like I said, I love chocolate milk, and this tastes pretty much exactly like it, with the exception of keeping the flavour hanging around. It just doesn't do that. It's difficult to describe. It's a curious sensation in that I take a drink, take a swig, and even though it's visibly less viscous and it's a lighter colour, I'm expecting it to be sort of a watered down version of chocolate milk, not as stronger flavour with it. And the smell, it doesn't smell nearly as strong as ordinary chocolate milk, but the taste is, I would say, the same, if not a bit stronger than chocolate milk you can buy down the supermarket. But it doesn't hang around. It's almost like you swallow it and it's just instantly washed away as all that flavour. It's only now that I'm getting to the end of it that I'm starting to, that the flavour's starting to stick around. And that seems to be because all the flavouring has sunk to the bottom. Even though we shook the hell out of it and then poured it into a glass, yeah, all the flavouring just sits at the bottom. So, is it nice? Yeah. Would I recommend buying it? If you have the option between this and real chocolate milk, I would say just buy the chocolate milk. Why wouldn't you? I mean, my partner refused to tell me how much this cost, but if I get it out of them, it'll go across the screen now. But I can't imagine this being cheaper than chocolate milk, so why would you buy it? Other than if you were allergic to milk, if you were lactose intolerant, for example. Again, on a hot day, it's a chilled drink. Sure, go for it, drink it. It'd be very refreshing. I can't fault it on that front. Yeah, and it does come in a nice quality glass bottle as well, which you don't often see. And yeah, glass is infinitely recyclable. Just like, well, metal and plastic and such like, but yeah, glass is great to recycle. To my knowledge as well, recycling firms prefer to do glass over plastic because plastic is always mixed and there's all sorts of different types of it, and I've heard that a lot of it isn't actually all that useful for recycling firms. Whereas glass, on the other hand, you can just melt it down and keep making it, and yeah, it's great stuff. Anyway, I'm getting well off topic there. Is it nice? Yes. Would I recommend it? Yes. Is it a substitute for regular chocolate milk? No. I mean, unless you can't drink milk, then yes, it is, absolutely, but otherwise, no. No, I don't see why it would be either. Unless you're in a part of the world where milk is really expensive. I don't know if there are parts of America, which is where this is from, where that is the case. It's difficult to imagine that milk is more expensive than everything that's gone into this, than high fructose corn syrup. But then again, high fructose corn syrup is found in so much American food, as in like nearly all of it. So, I don't know, maybe it is cheaper than normal milk. Who knows? Alright, we'll call that it. Yeah, can't think of anything else to say. We'll call that it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. One more thing. I'm just about to finish it off. Look at all the fucking flavour at the bottom of that glass. You can see it all in there. I swigged this last bit, it's probably going to blow me socks off. Yeah, that is like... Oh. That is like drinking just pure cocoa. Oh. Yeah, that's something they need to work on. They need to get their flavouring suspended better in the fluid. I get having to shake it, but I shook the hell out of that, and it's still all left in the glass. Fucking hell. Alright, that's it. See you in the next video. Hello and welcome to another episode of Strange Things from Across the Pond. Today we're going to be doing one of my favourites. Takis. Okay, so these are, as you can see and as I just said, Takis, or specifically Takis Fuego, or Fuego. New look, same intensity. Now these I have only ever been able to find once in the UK, and it was a few days ago. Interestingly, it was a few days after I got this packet, larger packet, from the American supermarket on the base. And the ones I could find in the UK were the sort of small ones. Anyway, that's not important. They're really hard to get here in the UK, and that's the first time I've actually ever seen them without going to the American supermarket. And what are they? Well, we would call them crisps here in the UK. Americans give them other names, chips, I think, because America. But yeah, as you can see on the picture, they're these like strange rolled tortilla chip things. It says just on the corner here, hot chili pepper and lime artificially flavoured tortilla chips or tortilla chips. Net weight 9.9 freedom units, 280.7 grams. It says these are the extreme heat ones. Now, I don't think they are the extreme heat ones. I think these are just, they are spicy. And when you eat an entire bag, like I'm going to do after filming this video, yeah, the heat does build on you a lot, but I wouldn't say it's quite extreme. They do other versions. There's a blue one. I can't remember what they're called, but they're effectively just cool. They don't have any heat to them. They're just sort of a mild, they just taste kind of like mild Doritos. And then they do one that comes in a red packet, which is, I don't know, Fuego Plus or something like that. Those are really spicy as well. But I'd say these are the best. The purple ones are the best. And these always sell out. They're actually really quite difficult to get. Even at the American supermarket, they will just sell out faster than they can ever get them in. So clearly everyone else thinks that they're the best as well. So, quick look at the labelling before we get tucked in. Oh, look, there's the ones that I was just telling you about. Yeah, look, there's the red ones and the blue ones. What are they called? Oh, right, okay, so the red ones are called Nitro, and, oh, I can't read the bloody blue ones. Okay, now, what does that say? Blue Heat. It says Blue Heat. Of course, I suppose it does, yeah. Right, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Takis Sousa, also, yeah. Made with renewable wind and solar energy. Visit us at takis.us for more details. Nutritional facts, we'll skip those. I'll put a picture on the screen sort of up here if you want to have a look. Ingredients: corn flour processed with lime, vegetable oil, palm and or soybean and or canola oil, seasoning, which is salt, maltodextrin, citric acid, sugar, monosodium glutamate, hydrolyzed soy protein, onion powder, yeast extract, red 40. Apparently there's 39 other reds, whatever. Oh no, red 40 lake, sorry. Whole fucking lake of it? Jesus. Yellow 6 lake, okay. Natural and artificial flavours, sodium bicarbonate, soybean oil, chili pepper, and then brackets, chili. Okay. Disodium isonate, disodium guanylate, TBHQ, which is an antioxidant, contains soy, made in a facility that may also process some allergens. Interestingly, no high fructose corn syrup, which makes these really quite rare in American cuisine. There we go. Alright, enough fighting around, let's eat. So I'm going to use a bowl for this. It's got to be fancy, we're on YouTube. Normally they just go direct into my face. Oh, look at that. That is one complaint. How fucking empty that bag is. I mean, there is a sizable portion in here. I mean, look, it's the size of my hand, so there's still quite a bit in there. They're quite dense because they're only small. But still, that packaging is way bigger than it actually needs to be. I mean, it's there, so it's a little under 50% full. I mean, either fill it to the top, guys, or just make it small, you twats. Well, whatever. I know there are reasons why crisp manufacturers leave a bit of air in it. It's for helping to keep it fresh, but that seems like a bit much. All right. There we go, look at that. I suppose the first thing that's going to strike you is just how red these are.
I mean, if I remember to turn on my little studio lights here, which I should have done earlier, but I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, now you can see just how red these are. I'll have a look at one up close, and yeah, as you can see, they look like tortilla chips. They're yeah, except they're rolled up thin into these like little tubes. Now you might think that's not going to be very good, but believe you me, these are gorgeous. I love these. Right, we'll give it. Let's stick to the script. Let's do sniff. Now it says these are chili and lime flavoured. Certainly bloody smell of it, that's for sure. Especially the lime. So yeah, these are very strongly flavoured. Right, let's have a taste. You can tell I can't wait. Yep, just like I remember. So, first thing that hits you is the lime. It's strong. It's not overwhelming. Like if you ate a raw piece of lime, that's horrible. I don't know why you would do that. But it is certainly a strong lime flavour that comes through on these, but it is nice. And then, just about in the time it takes you to chew one and swallow it, the heat comes through. And it's very back of the throat heat with these. Obviously, as you eat an entire packet, which I'm going to do, that will start to build to the rest of your mouth and your face and your eyes, and eventually it'll be coming out your arsehole the following morning. But initially, if you're just eating in reasonable portions, like I'm not doing, yeah, it is a bit of a back of the throat heat, but it's nice. So we'll just have another one. Yeah. Same again. Strong lime flavour to begin with, and then a few seconds later, just about the length of time it takes for you to chew the thing and then swallow it, you get the heat come through. And it does build quickly. I've only eaten two, and yeah, there's a strong spice sensation in my gob right now. So, and they are very crunchy. I don't know if it's coming across on the camera, on the audio. I'll do one a bit closer to the microphone in a minute, but yeah, they taste very fresh. You know, when crisps start to get a bit old, they go a bit soft, they lose some of their crunch. No, these are spot on, exactly what you would expect. If anything, I would say they taste fresher than most Doritos that I buy out there in the from the UK. Now, that may just be the way they're made or processed, the way they're cooked. They're all like rolled up, but they're very nice. Let's see if I can get the crunch on camera. Lord knows if that worked. If it didn't, I'll have cut it out by the time you're watching this. But yeah, it's hard to describe as well, but the way they're rolled up, it just makes them so much nicer to eat. They're easier to get in your gob, and it's almost like there's flavour in these tubes. And yeah, they are really strong. Relatively simple to describe. I mean, they're crisps, there's no cooking involved. You can see them. The redness of them is pretty extreme. The other two flavours that I mentioned, the blue and the red ones, they do a similar sort of thing. They look the same, but they're not quite as strong as these purple ones, colour-wise. So, yeah. But you can also see, just look at my fingers. I've eaten, 4 of these now? I mean, yeah, I've been handling them a bit more than normal, but the redness really comes across on your fingers. What's great, though, and some people might find this a bit gross, but fuck you. You let it build up on your fingers because you're just eating them and eating them because they're so moreish. You are going to be eating loads of these. And then, when it's sort of like really thick and paste-like on your fingers, you get to eat it off, and that's just gorgeous as well. I mean, it's going to burn your arsehole because it's just the pure spice at that point, but yeah. It's surprising how quickly these things make a mess of your fingers. So let's have another one. In fact, tell you what's a good idea as well. Get 2 and put them either side of your mouth. So it's double whammies of your tongue, and then you get, yeah, that intense flavour doubled
Yeah, just ram them in your fucking face. I love them. One thing, and it's very evident just then as I put 2 of them in, because they're so crunchy, I think because of the shape of them, as you chew them up, they turn into a powder, almost like a dust in your mouth. And with all that really strong flavour in there, these are really flavourful. I mean, you eat crisps and you chew them up and you just crunch them up into bits and swallow them and they're gone. And these, I think it must be the way they're rolled up. You're just crunching the whole lot together and just, your teeth are just mushing it down into dust pretty much straight away. So they impart that flavour onto your tongue much, much faster and much more effectively. I'm sure there are some food design students or graduates or technicians or people who work in food design out there that probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, whoever came up with the idea of rolling these into these little tubes before sending them out was a fucking genius. They're really nice. And I love how much flavour they dump on these. No wonder they're so popular. And they are popular. Supposedly, the place that I got them from, they got 10 pallets worth of these things in. And that was 4 days ago. And they're all gone. Oh, well, actually, they were all gone after 2 days. I'm going to have to wait. Well, it's been like 6 months since I last had a packet of these. That's how difficult they are to get a hold of. Right, anyway, that's enough rambling on about these. I am going to go and stuff my face. There will be a picture of the state of my fingers coming up shortly. But other than that, yeah, these are going to disappear into my face. If you see the opportunity to get some, get some. You won't regret it. But for now, I'll see you in the next video. Get in my face. One other thing. I completely forgot to mention until I poured them all out into this bowl, ready to go into my face. If you get some like this, where they've sort of rolled 2 into 1, save them, because these double ones are even better than putting 2 in your face at once. Yeah, save those till last, because they're awesome. They're just, I wish all tackies came like that. It'd be the only way that they could improve on these. Anyway, that's enough. Right, these need to be gone. They need to disappear into my face right now. Welcome back to Strange Things from Across the Pond. Today, I'm a bit peckish, so we are going to have some Vienna sausages. Let's have a look, shall we? Alright, so let's just have a look, see what we've got. Here we've got 5 of these little cans. I'm out. So there are 2 different brands here. 2 of them are this brand, Libby's, and 2 of them are this brand, Armour. Interesting. Now, I've heard of Vienna and I've heard of sausages. I've never heard of Vienna sausages. So I saw these and thought, oh, we'll have a go. We'll have a go with these, shall we? Yeah, and there was all these different flavours. I thought, oh, we'll try them. And then I thought, oh, you know what? We'll try them on the internet. And so, yeah, these came from the American supermarkets on the local airbase. Not they call it the commissary, but it's just a big supermarket full of American stuff. And we've got, so this is Armour Vienna Sausage Salchicha di Vienna. Yep, original flavour.
Wow, Stuart, you are such a monolingual.
Then we've got chicken Vienna sausages. Interesting. Then we've got hot and spicy. And on to the Libby's brand. This is, this is just the original Vienna sausage, made with chicken, beef and pork added in chicken broth. Okay. And then this one is just chicken Vienna sausage in chicken broth. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll have a look at the ingredients of each of these. And then once we've done that, we've got some ramekins. And we'll have a look at what's inside. And of course, we'll do a bit of a taste test. Whether or not I actually eat all 5 of these cans, I don't know. But I'm going to open them, so I'll have to.
I've got the dog with me though, so she can help. Right. Start with this. So, made with chicken, beef and pork added in chicken broth, and then something in Spanish. Ingredients: sausage, mechanically separated chicken, water, salt, corn syrup, because America, contains 2% or less of beef, pork, dextrose, natural flavours, sodium nitrate, garlic powder, and then onto the broth that they sit in. Chicken broth, yep. Oh, and then it's in Spanish. So the ingredients for the broth are chicken broth. Okay. Pinnacle Foods Group, Cherry Hill, and there's the address. Questions or comments? And we've got a phone number or armorstar.com. Ooh, gluten-free as well. Look at that. Interesting. Yeah, that's all it says on that one. Let's have a look at the next one. So this one is the chicken Vienna sausage in chicken broth again. Interesting. It doesn't say anything about having the pork and the beef added anywhere else on it. Let's have a look. So, ingredients: sausage, mechanically separated chicken, water, salt, contains 2% or less of corn syrup, dextrose, sodium erythrorbate, probably, natural flavours, sodium nitrate, garlic powder, and then the broth, it just says chicken broth again. Pinnacle Foods Limited. Oh, interesting, isn't it? Oh, no, there it is. I was about to say it's not gluten-free, these, but yep, they are there. They are marked as gluten-free. And, oh, I almost forgot to mention they're the same weight across all of them. 4.6 freedom units, 130 grams. Right, next one. This is Armour Vienna sausage, hot and spicy. All right. Made with chicken, beef, and pork added in hot sauce. So, ingredients: sausage, mechanically separated chicken, water, salt, corn syrup, contains 2% or less of beef, pork, dextrose, natural flavours, sodium nitrate, garlic powder. Hot sauce is tomato puree, which is water and tomato paste. Louisiana hot sauce, which is peppers, vinegar and salt. Water, vinegar, modified cornstarch, natural flavours, and oh, what on earth does that say? Oleoresin paprika? Yeah, probably. Pinnacle Foods again. Gluten-free again. So that appears to be... Well, interestingly, they are exactly the same ingredients. So the sausages are going to be exactly the same. The only difference is that this is in a chicken broth and this is in a hot sauce. Okay. As with all canned food, these will have been cooked in the can. So it's going to be interesting to see how much difference it's actually made. What we might do is we'll try one with the sauce, and then we'll wash one off and see if it's any different in flavour to that one. Yeah, that could be interesting. All right, on to the two Libby's ones now. So starting off, this one is just the plain Vienna sausage in chicken broth again, made with chicken, beef, pork added in chicken broth. Fully cooked, yeah, good. Net weight, exactly the same again, 4.6 freedom units, 130 grams. Ingredients: mechanically separated chicken, chicken broth, water, contains less than 2% of salt, spices, beef, pork, sugar, sodium phosphate, sodium ethorbate, flavouring, sodium nitrate, and garlic powder. Similar ingredients, but maybe in different proportions, so could be interesting to see the difference in those two. Oh, look there. Heating directions. Microwave sausages and broth on high in a covered microwave-safe dish for 45 seconds or until hot. Stovetop heat sausages and broth in skillet over medium heat until hot. Well, I don't have a skillet, so we're not doing that. And, oh yeah, obviously metal can be recycled. Yeah, see, this one gives the broth as a separate thing, so it gives you the ingredients of the sausage. But yeah, I think the sausages are going to be very difficult to tell apart. But we'll see. Right, last one. This one is, the Libby's Chicken Vienna sausage in chicken broth. I think these are going to be chicken only, whereas this one is chicken, beef and pork. Let's have a look. Ingredients: mechanically separated chicken, chicken broth, water, contains less than 2% of salt, sugar, spices, sodium phosphate, sodium ascorbate, sodium nitrite, natural flavours, extractives of paprika. So again, very similar ingredients to this one, but just with the beef and the pork removed.
sodium ascorbate here isn't in this one. There's probably some technical reason for that. And again, yeah, 4.6 freedom units. Okay, right, let's get them lined up. Let's get them opened up. And yeah, we'll see what's in each of them, shall we? Right, let's start off with, we'll do this one. We'll go left to right, because why not? So, ring pull top. Okay, let's have a look in there. So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting, number 7 looks to be just slices of hot dog. Interesting colouring. I don't know if it's going to come across on the video right well, but they're sort of the usual browny pink colour of hot dogs on the outside, but then they're pale on the inside. It may just be the way in which they were cooked in the can, but ordinary hot dogs don't have that. This is supposed to be a chicken broth that they're sat in. Was I supposed to stir this or something before I... let's just pour out the contents. Okay, that's not just normal water. Again, I don't know if it's coming across on the camera, but that is more viscous than normal water. Right. There we go. Oh, look, I've made a mess of the table now. That is one. Oh, this interesting line down the side. That must have been something in the manufacturing. It looks like a bit of hot dog. Feels like a bit of hot dog. So, break it up. Inside of it looks like a bit of hot dog as well. Okay, let's have a taste. Interesting. They have the texture of hot dogs, but a little softer. Now, normally you get like a jar of hot dogs, they have a bit of bite to them. Just, they're normally a little softer than normal sausages. These, however, no teeth required. I can just press this into the roof of my mouth with my tongue and then swallow it. No chewing required for this. I'll try another bit. Yes, the flavour is difficult to describe. It tastes like tinned chicken soup. It's the best way that I can think to put it. Yeah, and the texture is just, yeah, it's almost like soft, overcooked hot dog, really. I'm still curious to know why they're a different colour, but that is all I can think to describe it as is just, yeah, tinned chicken soup. I'm getting nothing else as I eat these. It's the only way I can think to describe them. Chicken soup in sausage form. Let's dunk in some of this so-called broth. Usually that broth, if you can call it that, doesn't seem to impart any flavour other than saltiness. That's all it really adds to it. I'm getting no actual flavour from that broth. We'll try it just on its own. Now this is a bit of weird. It looks just like the brine that you would get in an ordinary jar of hot dogs, which normally I would just discard and not eat. Let's give this a taste. Yeah, okay. Regret that. It's brine. I don't know why they call it a chicken broth. There was a slight chickeny flavour to it, but other than that, it's just salt water. That's minging. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I'm going to try and avoid doing that for all these others. Yeah, it's just brine, but with a slight chickeny flavour. It probably wasn't even broth before it went in the can. It was probably just brine, and then the hot dogs have imparted some flavour into it. Try one more, and then we'll move on to the next one, shall we? Ugh. Well, they do a good job of washing away the flavour of the brine. Alright, let's move on to the next one. First things first, though, we need to see if they are canine approved. Oh, she wants it. Bella, sit. And go on then. Is that nice? I think that you like that, didn't you? Good gal. Who's a good gal? Yes. Go on your bed. Go on your bed. Alright, okay, just lick my hands then. Okay, I think we can say tin number 1 is canine approved. Yes, thank you, Bella. Right, tin number 2. These are the chicken Vienna sausages in chicken broth, if you can call it that. So let's get this open as well. Pulls. Have Have a look inside. They look very much the same. I know you look, just because I gave you one, bloody hell, animal. They look very much the same as the last. The difference in colour, though, that sort of pale bit in the middle, is less pronounced. And I have to say, the broth is far more viscous. Also, there is a much, much stronger smell coming out of this can now. Bella! Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, there is a much stronger smell coming out of this can. The others just smell like chicken hot dogs. This is strong. This is like someone's actually cooking the chicken soup in the house. Yeah. Right. Let's give them a look. Oh yeah, look, you can see. It's almost gelatinous, is that broth. Look at that. There we go. Alright, so that's what we have. Interesting, these seem to have been, oh look, they're all stuck together. It may have just been the way they were packaged, the way they've been rammed into the pack. They're a bit misshapen. You can see they're all sort of, it's almost like they've been twisted in there. And look, we've got two end pieces as well. Didn't have those in the last one. I mean, that could just be that, I don't know, they probably make these things in a massive sausage, like 2 miles long. We just happen to have gotten a bit where it's changed from one sausage to the next, so you get two end pieces. Still got this cut down the side of each one, but yeah, these don't seem as full as the others. If you think of a normal sausage, you have a skin and a filling. She really wants this sausage. You can have some in a minute, dog. But these seem almost deflated, you know, like they're not quite filled properly, or they've been squashed flat. Let's tear one up and see what we can see. They look very much the same. This felt like this one had a bit more resistance to being torn, but once I broke the skin, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, rather it broke open. Alright, let's give it a taste. Yeah, alright, I wasn't expecting that. They're somehow even softer. I thought the others were a bit soft and overdone. These are goo. Yeah, it's hard to describe. There's a bit of resistance from the skin, but the filling, that middle bit, has a texture of scrambled egg. Sort of really wet scrambled egg, where the egg is only just cooked. That sort of texture to it. Flavour-wise, very similar to the others. In fact, let's just try another one for comparison. It sounds soft there. I can't even separate them without it breaking apart. I would say there's less flavour in these than the others. Or rather, there's the same flavour, but it's less complex. I think because these are only made of chicken, they don't have the beef and the pork in them. But that texture is ruining them. That's not nice. They're just... I mean, if I was eating scrambled egg, that'd be good. That is how scrambled egg should be. But it is ruining these hot dogs for me. Yeah. Yeah, okay. They're not good. Let's put them to one side. Almost forgot to taste the broth. I'm not sure I really want to, given what the sausages taste like. Let's give it a try. Oh, God, that's awful. Oh! That has... I said the other one had hints of chicken flavour to it. That's just salt water. I've basically just stuck my head in the ocean there. That's minging. Oh, why did I do that? Fucking hell.
Sorry to have to do this to your dog, but we need to check if it's canine approved. You fucking want it, do you? Right. Go on then. Well, Bella likes it. If I'm honest, dog, you can have them.
Right, okay. Oh, that last one was awful. Oh, Jesus. Alright, we're on to this one, number 3. The Vienna sausage in a hot and spicy sauce. Now, as far as I can tell, that is these ones in a type of chili sauce. I do like chili sauce. I will have chili sauce on most of my meals. So, yeah, hoping for good things from this. If the dog will leave me alone, that is. Bella, go on your bed. Go on, have some in a minute. What I've decided to do as well is start ranking them from best to worst. At the moment, that one's losing. But I've only tried 2 so far, but I think that at the moment that's going to end up at the bloody bottom of the pile. Right, let's have a look what's inside. Ooh. interesting. Yep, I mean the sausages look the same. It's hard to tell if there's any colour to them because they're covered in this sauce, and they smell. What is that? They smell like tin tomato soup, and if I'm honest, this sauce looks like tin tomato soup as well. Look at it on my finger. Alright, let's pour it out and just have a look at them. I'm hoping, given it says hot and spicy on it, they're not going to taste like tin tomato soup, because that is neither hot nor spicy. This is probably the thickest sauce so far we've had from these. Look at that. Just pour them out. Yeah, they wanted to come out. They come out much more easily. A lot of the sauce staying behind in the can though. No end pieces this time. Still, let's just pull one out. Whoop. Still got the groove down the side. Must be something to do with the way these are manufactured. There's not much I can say about the appearance of them, so let's just try breaking one up. Ooh, interesting. That was much firmer than the other two. That had to put some force in there. I don't know if you saw it, but it went. Alright, let's taste it. Those are the best so far. Much firmer texture to them. They taste just like regular hot dogs now. Actually need teeth to chew them, which is nice. I'll show you again the thing with them snapping. Bending. There we go. Yeah. They even look different if you look at them end on, look. The sauce, yeah, is nice as well. Tastes just like tomato soup is the initial flavour. And then at the end, it's sort of, you're expecting the spice to come. They taste like chilies. But if you can imagine eating a chili, but without the heat, so it's just the flavour of the actual chili itself, that's what you get. They are not hot and spicy, not by any stretch of the imagination. But it's not a bad flavour. But yeah, there's definitely no spiciness to it. There's just the hint, the pre-spice, and then nothing else happens after that. But they're the best so far. Those are good. Let's dunk it in that broth. Get a bit more on it. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, what it tastes like is someone's taken tomato soup and added just a small amount of hot sauce. Something like, say, Cholulas. It's not Cholulas, but something like that. Imagine if you had a big pan of tomato soup and you put a few drops, a few spoonfuls of Cholula hot sauce in there. That's what you would get from it. I suppose from the ingredients list, that is what it is. It's literally just tomato puree, water, and a few chilies. Right, let's try the broth before we move on. Hoping for better things from this. See, it looks just like tomato soup on the spoon as well. Tastes just like it as well. I was thinking that if I got a big spoonful of just the sauce, that I might get some hint of heat from it. No, nothing. I'm not trained in grading these things, but I think it's safe to say that is a solid 0 Scoville units. Well, no, it has a hint of it. A hint that there may be some spice coming, and it never does. So we'll give it 1 Scoville unit. But they are the best so far, so we shall put them there. They are number 1 easily. That one can just go at the fucking bottom for now. That was a minging. Right, what I might do, sometimes I've found that food has different spiciness levels on whether it's hot or cold. So what I might do is put these in the not the dishwasher, Stu, you fucking idiot. Put these in the microwave in a bit and see how they do then. So it did say that you can cook them. I mean, obviously they're already cooked. It's perfectly acceptable to eat them cold, but yeah, we'll see if the flavour changes on any of these as we heat them up. Right. Let's move on to the next one. Now, obviously, if these had been spicy, we wouldn't be doing the canine test. But they're not spicy, so we're going to do it. Bella, on your bed. All right, she wants to be on that bed. Fine. Ready. Go on then. Yep, and she wants the sauce off my fingers as well. Yeah, good girl. Yes, I know. Well, you've got it all over your face, look. All over your face. Get it off your face. Alright, yep, I'd say those are canine approved as well. Right, next up is the Libby's Vienna sausage. This is just the straight up normal ones, like the first one that we tried. Just Vienna sausages in chicken broth, if you can call it that. Alright, let's have a look. Ring pulls are easier to open. That may have been a fluke, but... Right, and inside... Yeah, looks to be more or less the same affair. We don't have the colouring on these. Now that may be the way that the others were packaged. I noticed straight away these are fully submerged in their broth, whereas the other one's sort of poked up out of the top. I think it's safe to say that there is a higher broth to sausage ratio here, but that may well have changed how the product behaved whilst it was being cooked. Stronger smell from these as well. Getting that chicken soup smell coming back, which we didn't get with the originals until we tried those mean chicken ones. It's pretty much the same consistency on the broth as well. Let's just pour these out then. All that lot only just fits in the ramekin. Interesting, because they're all supposedly the same weight. Let's just compare. They are the same size of sausage. Evidently we've got slightly more broth in these Libby's cans. But yeah, that looks pretty much identical. The first sausages that we tried, these ones here, still got the cut down the side. All that is, it's a thinner cut. You can see that on the camera. It's right there, get it in the light. The others, it was almost like a groove, but that's just a very small slit. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. A little bit of resistance from the skin, then it just pulls apart. Looking at these look like paste. If you've ever bought like beef paste or salmon paste, it comes in the little jars for sandwich filling. They look like they're going to have the same texture as that. I really hope they don't, because that's not what you want from a hot dog. But yeah, okay, let's give them a taste. Interesting. Do another one. Yeah, so this has the exact texture that I thought it was going to have when I looked at this. The closest thing I can describe, and I'll put a picture of them on screen now. You get these little jars of sandwich fillings, and they're just like beef paste, salmon paste. I think you can get chicken ones as well. I grew up having them in my sandwiches, and I still get them occasionally because they're quite nice. They have the texture of those pastes, which in a sausage would normally be minging, but they taste like those bloody pastes as well. It's like I'm eating chicken paste straight out of the jar, except it's in sausage form. See, if it tasted of anything different, I'd say those are disgusting, because they have the same texture as the minging chicken ones. But because they taste like the thing with which they share their texture, that's tolerable, which is an interesting trick there by Libby's. Somehow I doubt that was intentional, but they've pulled it off anyway. Yeah, now if you've never tried these pastes, I'm sure they're available on eBay and Amazon and such like. Try them and you'll know what I mean, but that is literally the only way I can think to describe it. I'm just looking now. That coloration that I talked about, it is ever so slightly there. There's almost none of it on the other side. I wonder if that's because they were actually sat fully submerged in the broth whilst they were being cooked. Whereas the other ones were sort of sitting partially submerged. Could have something to do with it. Alright, let's try one more and then we'll open up the last can. No, almost forgot the broth. I'm forgetting it because so far it's been minging by the chili one, the hot and spicy one. Right, let's give it a try. It looks exactly the same as the last broth I tried. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's the saltiest so far. Oh, dearie me. Oh, that's not good. They had nothing to the flavour of the sausages other than salt. Oh, there was no chicken flavour to that whatsoever, which is weird because it's thicker and it's more opaque than the other broths, so you'd have thought that would have a stronger flavour. It's not, it's just more salt. Alright, let's move on to the last can. This dog has learnt now that this is when we do the canine test. Here I am, recording, and there she is. That's why the camera keeps shaking occasionally. No, get down. Right. Come on, Bella. On your bed. On your bed. Go on. On your bed. Good girl. Ready. You want this? Go on then. What do you think, Bella? Are they canine approved? Yeah.
Well, you're wanting to lick my fingers again, aren't you? Look at you with your big stupid ears. Oh, yeah, I know, Bella, I know. Oh, yes, you like this. You like it when I do these videos, don't you? Yeah. Alright, yes, so tin number 4, definitely canine approved as well.
Right, last one. Not looking forward to this. This is the chicken Vienna sausages in chicken broth. So these are the Libby's equivalent to what those disgusting things were. Yeah, I'm really hoping that these are different to that. I mean, the ingredients list shows that they're almost identical. But I'm really hoping that that 1% change is going to make all the difference, because... Oh, also, I've ranked those joint second, because I can't quite decide between the two. I have to say, actually, you know what? No, I will decide. There we go. First, second, third, and fucking last. Over there. Ugh. Right, okay. Let's just do it. The internet wants you to, Stuart. Oh, someone doesn't want to open. So there you look. Exactly the same as the last tin that I opened. Right. Less smell from these, which was interesting because when we did this one than those ones, the chicken only ones had more smell to them when they were opened. The Libby's ones appear to be the other way around. Maybe that 1% is going to make the difference. Right. Let's have a look. Okay. Broth looks exactly the same. Look at the sausage. Yeah, it looks exactly the same. Breaks the same way. Looks the same on the inside. I think it's going to have exactly the same texture. I mean, as they should be, really. The only thing they've done is remove the beef and the pork. And how much can they be changing it? Because they were listed as less than 1%. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be the exact same texture as the last one. So let's have a taste. I am pleasantly surprised. And that doesn't often happen. Yeah, so... As we knew they were gonna, they have the exact same texture as the last lot of Libby's. They looked the same, and yeah, they feel the same, but there is a much stronger chicken taste to those, which I was not expecting at all. Those are nice. Strange though that they have a lesser odour to them. They don't smell of chicken. They sure do taste of them. Yeah, they're good. I'd say I think so far those are the nicest tasting sausage, definitely. Yeah, they're good. Those are good. It's almost like that 1% difference. It has made the difference. Let's try them with some broth on. Call it broth. I'm not calling it broth because it says broth on the tin. Yeah, that just adds saltiness. They're not bad, actually. Okay, I'll try the broth. Just so you can hear me make funny noises. Oh, dearie me. Shit I do for my YouTube channel. That's gross. That's just pure salt water. Same as the last one. There's no chicken flavour to that whatsoever. Ugh. Alright, okay. Ugh. Let's put them to one side. Full of fucking mediocre sausage. Ugh. One last canine test. Look, she's there waiting again. Come, on your bed, Bella. Whoop. Ready. Look at those big stupid ears. They're ridiculously big. And go on then. Good gal. Yep, and you want more straight away, don't you? Right, well, I think it's safe to say all 5 are canine approved. Which was your favourite, Bella? Which was your favourite? You don't give a fuck, do you? Because I was giving you treats. So, oh, she's licking my sleeve now. I got a little bit of the broth on my sleeve and she's just, yeah. Alright, definitely canine approved. Not so much human approved though, are they, Bella? No. Bleh. Bleh. No, you're not having any more. Stop it. Alright, let's summarise then. Bring these closer. So, I'm going to rank this last one, the chicken Vienna ones. You know what? I'm going to give them second. Because the Libby's sausages were better than the Armour ones, in my opinion anyway. Your experience may differ. The only thing that's keeping these in first place is the sauce, because this so-called chicken broth, it's not broth. It looks nothing like fucking broth. It's brine. It's just salt water. It's minging, and it's just ruining all these others. Yeah, that's the only reason that's in first place, because it's got that sauce on it. But yeah, the Libby's sausage, definitely superior. It's interesting. These have a texture that's closer to meat. Don't get me wrong, all 5 are way away. They barely count as meat. They're made from meat, but I would not count as meat. These have a texture that's just a little bit closer. But these, the flavour is better. It just is. They actually taste of something. Yeah, and unfortunately it just puts those at the bottom, especially those. The Armour chicken only ones without the beef and the pork in them. Just fucking gross. Oh, dearie me. It's to the point where I was planning with these of going and heating them up and seeing if it changes the flavour at all. I'm actually only going to do that now for these. I'm making a bloody mess now. And the reason being is I just don't want to eat anymore. I want to do this and I want to see what happens to the sauce. But the others, I'm sorry, they're horrible. I don't want to eat anymore. I don't want to taste any more of them. Would I recommend these for yourselves? Absolutely not. No. If you see them and you're curious, get 1 tin. I think they were like 50 cents a tin. But don't buy all of them like I've done. Ugh. Oh, I actually feel a bit sick now. We're going to go heat these up and see if they taste any better. The others, the dogs can have them. Oh, fucking hell. Right, we've given them the regulation 45 seconds that it called for. Interestingly, there was some popping and noises coming from them. I guess that's just them heating up a bit. Let's we'll go with the fork because they are actually quite hot. Interestingly, the sauce is considerably less viscous now. It's not even sticking to the hot dogs very well. Let's give them a try. Okay, they taste exactly the same, but they're just hot now. Yeah, exactly the same. They're just at a higher temperature than they were. The sauce has not changed. There is maybe an extra. So I'll try a spoonful of the sauce. That hint of spice that I told you about is maybe slightly stronger. Get out of the way, sausage. Bloody hell. But we're talking like from 1 Scoville unit to 2. Yeah, it tastes exactly the same. I was wondering if something would change by heating them up, but no. And for those of you who don't know, the spiciness level of things does change with temperature. I've made before like curries from scratch and they're reasonably spicy. As always, I make too much and then I'll have some more the following day. And because it's been in the fridge overnight and then I warm it up, it'll be so much spicier. But those, nah, exactly, oh, exactly the blah, 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 blah. Those, exactly the same. I feel a bit sick now. I think I'm going to have to go have a coffee and wash all this crap down. So, yeah, don't recommend. Don't buy these. I was really hoping this series would be all positivity and trying new things. Well, I have tried new things and I went into it with a positive attitude. I'm not coming out of it with a negative with a positive attitude though. Very negative. Ugh. Ugh. What am I going to do with all these fucking hot dogs now? Screw it, the dogs can have them. Ugh. I do love my dogs. I don't really want to inflict this shit on them. Yeah. Alright, we'll call that it. Hopefully the next episode will be something a bit nicer. But I'm going to need some time to recover from this one. Hello and welcome back to Strange Things from Across the Pond. Now, I'm a bit parched today, a bit on the thirsty side, so I thought I'd treat myself to a can of Mountain Dew. And also, another can of Mountain Dew. And then while we're at it, we'll have another can of Mountain Dew. And then we'll follow that up with another can of Mountain Dew. And to wash it all down, well, we'll have another can of Mountain Dew. Let's have a look, shall we? Right, we have got 5 cans of Mountain Dew here to try. Now, the last time I had 5 cans of something on this series, I made myself feel quite sick. Almost forgot to taste the broth. I'm not sure I really want to, given what the sausages taste like. Let's give it a try. Oh God, that's awful. Oh, oh Jesus. Oh, oh, dearie me. Shit I do for my YouTube channel. That's gross. Hopefully that's not going to happen this time. But we have got... Now, I've just realised as well, I don't have Mountain Dew Original. But that's not important right now anyway, because Mountain Dew Original in the UK and Mountain Dew Original from the, say, the US, they are different. Naturally, of course, there's a lot more sugar in the US version. But these, I picked these 5 up from Ely Food Centre in Ely. It's a small business, independently owned, which I'm always happy to support when I can. Yeah, if you're ever in the area, go in, have a look. They've got no end of things in there. They're great. If you need anything a bit out of the ordinary, they've got it. I can see myself going there a lot as I start to film this series, or film more of this series rather. Let's just say there's no end of content in that shop. It's brilliant. Alright, so we have got, I'll just go through them left to right, and then we'll have a look at the ingredients in more detail. We've got, starting with this one. This one is Mountain Dew Citrus Blast. Now this is the closest to original flavour. I have noticed as I was setting this up as well, it is an ever so slightly smaller can, which says to me, yes, it's not in Freedom units. I think this is just a regular UK can. Have a look at these. Yeah, these are finished in Freedom units. Oh, I've been conned. This isn't from across the pond at all. This is just normal UK Mountain Dew. Oh, fucking hell. Well, I suppose that can be our, we'll call that our test group, shall we? That is regular old normal Mountain Dew. Alright, we've then got, from across the pond, Mountain Dew Code Red, with a rush of cherry flavour with other natural flavours. Yes, alright. So, or Mountain Dew, whatever. We've then got Mountain Dew Flaming Hot, which is with a blast of heat and citrus flavour with other natural flavours. Okay. And then we've got Mountain Dew Mango Gem, which is due with a blast of natural and artificial mango flavour. Okay. And the last one we've got Mountain Dew Voltage, which is charged with raspberry citrus flavour and ginseng with other natural flavours. Alright, so as always on this, we shall take a look at the labelling and the ingredients in a bit more detail, and then, yeah, we'll get them poured out and we'll do a bit of a taste test. So we'll start off with this one. Now, I've done a little bit more reading in between cuts. It turns out this is, this is regular old UK available Mountain Dew Citrus Blast. Now, there is supposedly a difference between Mountain Dew and Mountain Dew Citrus Blast, but a quick read on the internet says that it is subtle. There's not that much there to it. But, like I said, we'll use it as like a test group. If nothing else, it will help cleanse the palate as we go between the other 4. I suppose that's what I get for not reading the labels before buying this stuff, but there we go. Then again, I was a bit excited because they had fresh baklava as well, and that stuff's gorgeous, so bollocks to you. Right, so naturally I will find a way of putting the nutritional information on the screen, or maybe up here or over there or somewhere on the screen as I'm talking. So we have got carbonated citrus flavoured soft drink. Ingredients: carbonated water, sugar, acid, citric acid, flavourings including caffeine. Oh, that's great. Nearly 8 o'clock at night. Never mind. Including caffeine, antioxidant, which is ascorbic acid, preservatives, which is potassium sorbate, stabilizer, gum arabic. No idea. Colour beta carotene. Okay. Caution: pressurised container. Handle with care. Okay. I can't say I've ever handled one of these with the care that they want of me. Nothing's ever happened. I think the worst thing that ever happened was one got punctured and I got sprayed with soft drink. Whatever. Suppose I've got to put it. Here we go. Distributed by Britvic Soft Drinks Limited, Hemel Hempstead. Under authority from Pepsi Cola. Or PepsiCo, so rather. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, this is definitely UK through and through. But whatever. We'll include it anyway because it is different and I've paid good money for it now. Paid all of 75 pence for this. Screw it. Let's get it poured out. Got the nice glasses out today. Yeah. Even cleaned some of them. Right, let's have a pour. Now, I have to say, that looks like Mountain Dew in a glass. Yeah, that's what it is. It's yeah, sort of that pale yellowy colour, like the sample that you give to the doctors. Let's have a sniff. Yep, it tastes exactly as I thought it would. Yeah, it smells of citrusy drink. These sorts of drinks are mostly water, so I've got no real comment on the viscosity of it. So let's give it a taste. Let's see what it tastes of. Alright, initial flavour is Mountain Dew. That sort of quite syrupy, sugary flavour that comes with Mountain Dew, just like I've tried many a time before. But then the aftertaste kicks in, and there is definitely more citrus than normal there. Not by much, but it is definitely there. Right, let's try a big gulp. Yeah, even with a big mouthful, swirling it around in my mouth. I was hoping I would get some more citrus flavour through, but citrus blast, not really. More like a citrus tickle, I'd say. Bit underwhelmed by that. Still, we've got 4 flavours to get through, so let's have a proper look at these ones, shall we? Okay, so in no particular order, let's do Mountain Dew Code Red, shall we? So as we said earlier, this is Dew with a rush of cherry flavour and other natural flavours. And we can tell this is American because it is here in 12 fluid freedom units. Freedom! Excellent, that's what we want. Yeah, once again, nutritional facts somewhere on the screen. And ingredients are carbonated water. Aha, here we go. You can tell it's American. High fructose corn syrup. Not American if it ain't got that in it. Concentrated orange juice, citric acid, sodium polyphosphates to protect flavour, in brackets it says. Sodium benzoate. Yeah, that's definitely an O. Yeah. Preserves freshness. I like actually that they tell you what these chemicals do. Really, I mean, I think on here it kind of does. It calls them preservatives, but I like that it just tells you what it does. Natural flavour, caffeine, again, great. Sodium citrate, gum arabic, still don't know what that is. Calcium disodium and EDTA to protect flavour. Red 40, yellow 5, blue 1. Oh, look, here we go. Caffeine content. That's not on the UK one, actually. Is it? No, it's not. I think some of these differences are interesting. Caffeine content is 54 milligrams per 12 fluid ounces. That must be a regulatory thing over in the States. Yeah, they have to tell you what caffeine's in it. See, I was looking at American energy drinks the other day, and they all said how much caffeine was in them. So yeah, maybe it's a regulatory thing that we don't have here in the UK. I like this at the top. Less than 1% juice in big letters. Like, that's a good thing. It's not really, guys. Alright, let's give it a pour. This is the real test. Is it actually going to be red? Oh, look at that. That'll be all those artificial colours. Alright, so no discernible difference in viscosity. It looks very much the same as original Mountain Dew in transparency. It's just a different colour. Let's have a sniff. Oh, yeah. Cherry. Definitely cherry there. Well, yeah, it says right there, cherry flavour. It's artificial cherry smell, but yeah, if you buy like cherry sweets or something, you know exactly what they smell like. That's what that is.
Right, let's have a taste. Tastes exactly as it smells. Cherry flavour, artificial cherry flavour, but not bad. Not bad at all. Tastes exactly like cherry sweets I get at the Pick and Mix in Wilko most weeks. Yeah, that's nice as that. So I think if they start selling this on a regular basis in the UK, I'm sure there are probably ways to get this in the UK that isn't imported, but yeah, if I start seeing that, I would buy that over original Mountain Dew. That is nice. Let's have another big swig. Swirling it around in my mouth as well and trying to see if there's any other flavours. It's all cherry. Yeah, they've completely replaced the citrus of the original with cherry flavour. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's lovely. I like cherry flavoured things. But I thought there might still be a hint of citrus given that it's made with concentrated orange juice, but apparently not. Yeah, alright, so far, that one is winning. That's nice, is that? Right, let's try the next one. Next up is Mountain Dew Flaming Hot with a blast of heat and citrus with other natural flavours. Exact same can, 12 fluid fruit. Once again, nutritional facts on the screen. Ingredients are carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, of course, natural flavour, citric acid, gum arabic, again, I need to look at what that is, don't I? Sodium benzoate preserves freshness, caffeine again, sodium citrate, yellow 5, glycerol ester of rosin, calcium disodium EDTA to protect flavour, yellow 6, red 40, caffeine content 54 milligrams per 12 fluid ounces, which is exactly the same as the code red. Oh, yeah, now this one says on top, contains 0% juice. These are mostly carbonated water, these drinks, with flavouring added. And, of course, high fructose corn syrup, because America. Oh, let's give it a taste. My dishwasher's getting a fucking workout making these videos. Ooh. It's orange. I was about to say that is like Iron Brew, but Iron Brew is just a bit clearer. That has a slightly cloudy appearance to it. Right, let's do a sniff test. That smells spicy. It's one way of putting it. Yeah, that's I'm not very oh, it's making me sneeze is what it's doing. I'm not very up on my different breeds of chili, but I remember years ago someone bought me some chocolate with chili in it, and it had like ghost chili flakes in it. It smells the same as that did. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as hot as that chocolate is. If it is, then I'd be very, very surprised. You just don't get mass-produced drinks that are that spicy. Yeah, let's give it a taste then. Looking forward to this one. That's disappointing. That is doing what the hot and spicy Vienna sausages did in the last episode. They're giving the impression that they're going to be spicy, but then they never are. Imagine if you took a chili and took all of the spice out of it, so you were left with just its flavour. That's all it is. Take it into my mouth, I taste it, and I'm expecting the heat to come, but then it never does. So yeah, it's not flaming hot. It's neither flaming nor hot. It's hinting at it. It's just a picture of a fire. Now, let's try a big gulp, see if we get any more out of it. So if I take a big mouthful and hold it in my mouth for a good 10 seconds, I did there, and then swallow it, there is a slight amount of heat at the back of the throat. It's like if you drink strong ginger beer or ginger wine. It's that sort of heat, all at the back of the mouth and back of the throat. Nothing really anywhere else. Nothing on the tongue, nothing on the lips. I mean, if you drank maybe 2 litres of this, you may be able to get some slight spice out of it, but other than that, that is not hot. It's very nice, but if you're going to call something flaming hot, it needs to be that. No, I've given it all the chances I can. I've just tried drawing air through it by, inhaling with it in my mouth, which is what we do when we do wine testing. You help to aerate the wine, and it, you can taste the flavours a bit more. Picked it up at a wine tasting event that someone bought me for Christmas, and it does work. You'd be surprised. Just got to try not to fucking slaver it all over yourself like an idiot. And I was hoping it would help bring out some of the flavours, but
No. Very nice, but disappointing. Next is Mountain Dew Badger Mango Gem. Blast of natural and artificial mango flavour. Yep, same size can, 12 fluid freedom units. Oh, again, contains 0% juice. And this contains carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, citric acid, natural and artificial flavour, sodium benzate preserves freshness, caffeine, sodium citrate, gum arabic, sodium disodium EDTA to protect flavour, and yellow 6 is the colouring. Am I missing something here? Oh, there it is. Caffeine content, 54 milligrams per 12 fluid ounces, exactly the same as the other two. I'll say I do like the different designs of the can, though. Got some artwork commissioned on these. Those are quite good. Right, let's pour it out. Different colour again. Compare that to the others. Sort of part way between that one and that one. Clear. That's probably the clearest they've been. Yeah, nice orangey colour. Well, mango colour, really. Yeah, which you would expect. The only colouring listed is yellow 6, so if you're ever wondering what colour is yellow 6, it's that colour. I would have said it's more orange, but then again, I didn't know that there was 40 shades of red. I knew there was 50 shades of grey, but I didn't know there was 40 shades of red.
Insert even slightly funny 50 Shades Grey meme, which I gave up trying to find because apparently there aren't any.
Right, sniff test. Yep. So, like the cherry one, very strong mango odour. Artificial mango, like when you're buying sweets or candy, as they would call it. Pretty much tells me what this is going to taste like now, so I'm just going to go straight in with the taste test. Yeah, exactly what I was expecting. Again, it's artificial, but you shouldn't take that as bad. It is a nice flavour. It tastes like mango flavoured sweets, but in drink format. That's literally all there is to it. Right, let's try a big swig. Again, the citrus is more or less gone. Yeah, and it's just a nice, quite strong mango flavour. I'll have another swig of that because it's nice, and then we'll move on to the last one. Yeah, that's good. Last one. I'll try not to talk too much about this one because, well, I mean, look, I desperately need a piss now. Anyway, so this is Mountain Dew Voltage, charged with raspberry, citrus flavour, and ginseng, no idea, with other natural flavours. Same again, 12 fluid freedom units.
Oh, freedom!
Contains 0% juice. So we have, again, carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, natural flavour, citric acid, sodium benzoate, preserves freshness, caffeine, sodium citrate, gum arabic, I need to look at what that is, calcium disodium EDTA to protect flavour, Panax ginseng, root extract. Okay. Blue 1, red 40, again, caffeine content. Ooh. 55 milligrams per 12 fluid ounces. That is, yeah, 1 milligram more than the others, isn't it? Let's have a check. Yeah, 1 milligram more. I've no idea how significant that is, an extra milligram. I've already got 54, so I don't see what one more is going to do. But then again, caffeine can be quite potent. I mean, not to me, the amount of fucking coffee I drink, it barely does anything, but if you were giving this to your kid, I suppose that is quite important information. Don't give Mountain Dew to your kids. It's got caffeine in it, for Christ's sake. Give them some juice or some water and tell them to go play outside. Alright, let's have a look, shall we? So, let's try and guess what colour this is going to be. It's going to be blue and red 40. So, I think it's going to be... Well, I think it's going to be sort of this colour, I bet. Yeah, this could be good. Alright. Oh, yeah, look at that. Blue Mountain Dew. Ooh, I can smell that from here, and I haven't even put it to my face. That's an interesting smell. Right, yeah, I'll do. Yep, that is a curious smell. In that it seems to come in two stages. My first thought is bubblegum flavour, like you get bubblegum flavoured ice cream, and then we're immediately after that getting the raspberry coming through. Again, it's an artificial smell, and it's probably going to be an artificial flavour as well.
just going to taste like sweets in a can. That's what I'm expecting now. But it smells very nice. Yeah, as you can see, it's just lovely, brilliant colour. Reminds me of the old blue Wickeds that I used to drink when I was young. It's quite clear as well. It's similar to the mango one. See, the others are sort of slightly cloudy compared to these two. Right, let's have a taste. Yep, exactly what I was expecting. Strong raspberry flavour. Not really getting this citrus that it talks about. Yeah, strong raspberry flavour. Exactly like sweets in a can. Right, yeah, let's try a big gulp. That must be the voltage. That didn't happen with the others. Holding it in my mouth, swirling it around for a while, seeing if I can pick up any other flavours. It's still just a very, very strong raspberry flavour to it, but as I ran it through my teeth, it did make my gums tingle a bit. Try this other one and see if that does the same. No, there's something about it. It's not unpleasant, it's just unexpected. Kind of like having sherbet on my gums momentarily. That's interesting. So, yeah, if you've ever had sherbet on your tongue, or suppose to some extent popping candy, but more just fizzy sherbet, imagine that sensation lasting about a second or two on your gums. Yeah, it's not unpleasant, and it's gone quite quickly, but that is certainly an interesting sensation. Oh, dearie me. Oh, I apologise. That can go in the outtakes. Oh, what do you expect? I'm drinking 5 cans of Mountain Dew. Right. That was nice. Right, let's do some rankings, shall we? Right, okay, so I'll do my favourites here on the left, least favourite here on the right. Obviously, this is entirely subjective. Yeah, I recommend you just go and buy all of these yourself and make up your own mind. Yeah, let's start. So, favourite, that's going to be an easy one. It's going to be the Mountain Dew Code Red. Just because I like cherry flavour. That was very nice. Highly recommend. If I ever see that again, I'm definitely getting more of it. That was an easy one. Second one. Ooh, now this is a hard one. Well, I'll tell you what. Actually, no, there is an easier one. Least favourite is going to be this one. The Flaming Hot. Not because it's bad, but because it was disappointing. You don't give something a name like Flaming Hot and then have zero spice at all. So for that reason, that one's going to the bottom. You know what? We're going to put the Mountain Dew Citrus Blast in second. Again, for the same sort of reasons. You could call something Citrus Blast, and then there is no blast. Bloody hell. So it's then a toss-up between these two. What order do we put these in? Right, let's have another swig. Do you know, I honestly thought I was going to like the Voltage, the blue one, more. But I think I'm going to have to put that in second, Voltage in third. We'll do the Citrus Blast in fourth, and the Flaming Hot is going to be last. In fact, let's just... Those two are very close. I think the Code Red just about gets it, because I do like cherry flavoured stuff. But if the mood took me, I would just as easily buy the mango instead. So yeah, those are very close. They're almost a joint first. Yeah, the Voltage in third place, very good, but something about it. This just has a ever so slightly stronger flavour than that. Well, I think I just prefer that one. It's nice. I'm not saying any of these are bad. There's just something about that. It's just that little bit more chemically, you could say, compared to that one. I mean, that could just be my UK taste buds. We have quite a lot of sweets or candies that taste like these two. I mean, this one tastes like sweets as well, but I think it would be a lot easier to find things that taste like these two than that one. And yeah, and then we've got in fourth place, which is our normal UK Mountain Dew Citrus Blast. That's there because I like Mountain Dew, but there is no citrus to that. It's just a hint. It's not a blast at all, it's a tickle. And then, of course, in last place, Flaming Hot. Big disappointment there, really is. I mean, if you're going to call it Flaming Hot, make it have some amount of heat to it. That has got nothing. So, yeah, that definitely needs improvement. That is just a lie. That needs tweaking. Those two are perfect. Right, I need to figure out what the hell I'm going to do with all this drink now, because I hate wasting this stuff, but I'm going to drink all 5 cans, and it's now gone 8 o'clock at night. And I've got
5 fizzy drinks here, and 4 of them contain caffeine. It's going to be a late night. But at least I don't feel sick. Last time I had 5 cans of something on this show, I felt quite sick at the end of it, and most of it went to the dogs. But yeah, I'm not giving the dogs this stuff. They can fuck off. Right, we'll call that it. This has been Strange Things from Across the Pond. We've been taking a look at Mountain Dew. I've right enjoyed this one, actually. Yeah, got some nice flavours to try out, which, yeah, we don't normally get to have in this country. So yeah, thank you for watching. Just before you go, we've got a bit of bonus content. Now, after I just finished filming, I was starting to pack up, wondering what on earth I'm going to do with 5 cans of Mountain Dew. My partner came in and decided to have a taste, and this is their ranking system. So number 1 was mango, just because they love mango. Then they said they actually preferred the Voltage, the raspberry, over the cherry. Now, cherry is my favourite flavour of drink, so yeah, we'll see how that relationship goes. Yeah, then cherry in third. Mountain Dew, they didn't really rate. It just tastes like regular old, the Citrus Blast rather, just tastes like regular old Mountain Dew. And then the Flaming Hot, they simply said, bleh, and put it back down. Only had a sip of it and decided it was minging. So yeah, that's what I mean by it's entirely subjective. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything my rating. So if you see these, I highly encourage you to just buy them and try them. Just see what's out there. But yeah, that's the end of the bonus content. And yeah, that is it. Yeah, no more now. Thank you for watching. But wait, there's more. Oh, I really should have cleaned this fucking table. Fuck's sake. But wait, there's more. Hiding away at the back of my fridge behind some sliced cheese, I found a bonus can. Here we go. So, what have we got here? We have got Mountain Dew Badger Gold with a blast of natural and artificial pineapple flavour. Could be interesting, couldn't it? Well, I didn't think it was going to taste of actual gold. I mean, I wouldn't know if it did. I don't know what gold tastes like. I'm not a Kardashian, so I don't eat that sort of shit. Anyway, so, yeah, same as the others. 12 fluid freedom units. Contains 0% juice. Again, ingredients are carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, natural and artificial flavour, citric acid, sodium benzoate, preserves freshness, caffeine, sodium citrate, gum arabic, still don't know what that is, calcium disodium EDTA to protect flavour, and the colour yellow 5. Lovely. And this has, 54 milligrams of caffeine per 12 fluid freedom units.
What will you do without freedom?
Right, yeah, let's have a taste, shall we? Oh, can't get the can open. Oh, I can't get my fingers into it. There we go. Da-da-da. Oh, wow. That is yellow. Good lord. Oh, it's fucking radioactive, that. Bloody hell. Yeah, I think I said the other day that one of these look like something you would give to your GP. If you give that to your GP, he's probably going to call an undertaker. Fucking hell. So yeah, have a look at that. I'm not sure I'd quite describe that as gold, but it's more of just a fluorescent yellow colour, like a high-vis vest that you'd wear. But yeah, it looks interesting. Let's give it a sniff. Yep, same as the others. Strong pineapple odour. Artificial pineapple odour. Again, it smells like pineapple-flavoured sweets. Then again, that's what I've come to expect from these various flavoured cans. So let's just go in with a taste. Wow. Oh, that's strong. Ooh, that's good as that. The taste's pretty much what I was expecting. Pineapple, obviously. I have to say, though, I'll just have another swig before I say it. That does taste more like natural pineapple than I was expecting. I'm not saying they were bad. They were all very nice. Not so much that one, but yeah, the others were all really nice, but they were very artificial in their flavouring. But that tastes a bit more natural. It's still not 100%, but that does taste just like pineapple, and it is a lot stronger in flavour than the others are, relatively speaking. That may even be my favourite. I think I'm going to have to move the mango down to third. Actually, you know what, now that I think about it, this is quite a turn-up. That's my favourite, and that's unusual because I normally love cherry-flavoured drinks. But that just about pips it. Yeah. So there you have it. Finishing off this episode, at long last, on a bit of a bombshell. I love cherry stuff. Mountain Dew pineapple just pips it to the post. I'll drink some more of this. Yeah, that's good. Alright, that is definitely it now. I need to hurry up and get on with editing this together.
So yeah, we'll call it it. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next episode of Strange Things from Across the Pond. Welcome back to Strange Things from Across the Pond. Today, we're doing tackies again. But this time, with a bit of a twist. Let's have a look at these. Alright, now tackies we did back in episode 5 of Strange Things from Across the Pond. Specifically, we did these tackies, the purple ones, tackies Fuego. Or Fuego.
Wow, Stuart, you are such a monolingual.
These are perhaps my favourite thing in the world ever, and I'm really glad I've got another packet. But we're not really going to be looking at these today. We're going to be taking a look at these. These are Tackies Crunchy Fajitas. Now, in the picture, they look pretty much the same, these crisp things, but obviously they're not. There's going to be some differences. So, yeah, I'm glad we've got both packets. We're going to do a bit of a comparison. Let's just have a look at the packaging on this one first, though. Okay, so besides the obvious, you start off with the purple colour. It's green here, and yeah, they're called Crunchy Fajitas. As far as I can tell, just glancing at the front of it, it's going to be the same thing. The crisps themselves aren't going to be made from anything different. This is perhaps just a different flavour, and I'm basing that on the fact that here it says mild, whereas on these it says extreme. And then it says down here, fajita artificially flavoured tortilla chips. Whereas over here it says hot chili and lime artificial flavoured tortilla chips. So it's going to be the same, but a different flavour, I think. But I've never tried this flavour before, and I'm really quite excited to try it. Right, let's have a look at the back. Nutritional facts going up on the screen over there or wherever I decide to put them when I do the edit. So we've got ingredients: corn flour processed with lime, vegetable oil, which is palm and or soybean and or canola oil. Okay. Seasoning, which is maltodextrin, salt, monosodium glutamate, citric acid, chili pepper, brackets chili. Okay. Or chile, rather, with an E. Anyway, onion powder, natural and artificial flavours, dextrose, red 40 lake, yellow 6 lake, sugar, blue 1 lake, whey, and in brackets milk. And that all looks the same, just advertising their other flavours. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. I should probably have a look at their Instagram and Facebook pages. Yeah, this channel is on Instagram as well, so yeah, have a look at that. And we'll just compare that to the other one. So they are almost identical ingredients. There's a few extra ones in this, which is just your flavouring, really. I was thinking when I first got these were going to be made from something different, and we were going to have a look at textures and appearances, but I think they're going to be exactly the same. But we've got 2 bowls for comparison. So we'll get them both open and we'll have a look. Yeah, like I say, I think texture and crunchiness and such like is going to be the same, but there may be some differences in colour and other appearance. All right, we'll start with these. Right, pour some in there for your viewing pleasure. Hello. So, well, I mean, first thing, as you're already seeing on camera, different colour. These are the typical bright red that I've come to expect from these from Tackies. These, however, are sort of a burnt orangey colour. I'm not going to say brown, I'm going to say burnt orange. I am right though, they are exactly the same product but with different flavouring on them. Alright, we already know what these are, so we don't need to talk too much about these. I don't see much point in comparing textures and such like. It's the same product, we're just going to go straight in with the flavour. Interesting for 2 reasons. These ones are making a bigger mess of my hands a lot faster than the others do. Tastes like fajitas. And I'm not talking about just one part of a fajita. If you were eating an entire fajita, that's the flavour. That's great. Let's have another one. They're nice. They have almost no heat to them. These are quite spicy, especially when you eat a lot like I do. These, there's a hint of it just at the back of the throat, but not very much. Yeah, it tastes just like a fajita. Yeah, I can taste the grilled meat The peppers that are in there, you know, they're normally cut into little strips, you know, they're normally bell peppers or something like that. Apart from the fact that I'm eating a tacky, the flavour is that of just a nice fajita. It's good. Yeah, they've even got that sort of flouriness.
That's a made-up word.
It comes in the tortilla that goes with it. You know, they're normally made of corn tortillas or floured tortillas. You can even taste that coming through. They haven't just used the filling. I remember seeing a short program once on how they make the flavouring for crisps. And if you're doing it properly, you literally take the thing that you're trying to get the flavour from, freeze dry it, turn it into a powder and put it on your crisps. I mean, it's a bit more complicated than that, but that's basically what you do. Now, you can use artificial flavours, but it depends, you know, what quality of product you're going for. These, even though it says artificial flavours on them, taste just like the real thing. They're great. Yeah, they're good at those. Texture and consistency, exactly the same as these. They are the same product, but with a different flavour on, so we don't need to go too far into that. I think if you've tried these, which I highly recommend, maybe you didn't like them, maybe they were too spicy for you. Not everyone likes spicy food. Personally, I fucking love it. Then try these instead. If you like mild crisps, or just milder food, but still with great flavour, intense flavour, go with those. Highly recommend those. Let's have another one. Now that I've eaten a few of them, I think that heat that I was detecting last time was because I went and ate one of these before I did all else. That's going away now. There's an ever so slight amount of spice just as you finish eating it, but it is so mild. The majority of it is just that really nice fajita type flavouring. You know, I can taste the tortilla, I can taste the meat, the grilled vegetables that go into it. It's lovely. I've got my eye on these bits though. Look how dark they are. There's a lot of flavour on that. Let's eat that bit. Yeah. It's the same flavour, just a lot of it. As good as that. Just tried a few, alternating one after the other. Ever so slightly, these are a little crunchier. But it's minuscule. I would say these are more crunchy, these are more crumbly. They're just a little bit softer. But it is so imperceptible. If I didn't have them lined up next to each other, like if someone's eating one then the other, I'd say they were exactly the same thing. So, yeah, ever so slight difference there, but it's so small, you won't notice it. In fact, it may even just be confirmation bias. I'm looking for something to be different about these two. These ones are ever so slightly harder and crunchier. These ones are a bit softer and crumblier. Still very nice, though. Let's have some more. Alright, we're going to call that it for now. I found a double one. We're going to try that one, because, yeah, the double ones are normally the best. They carry the most flavour. Yeah, we'll try that one now. Yeah. I wish I could get a bag of the double ones. They're the best ones. Alright, yeah, we'll call that it. Made a bit of a shorter episode, this one, because, well, we didn't really have to talk much about these, because we've already covered what tackies are. Yeah, episode 5. So yeah, all we had to do is talk about the flavour. Like I said, they are almost exactly the same product, just with different flavouring on them. Highly recommend, if you don't like spicy food, get these instead. You will not be disappointed. Alright, we'll call that it. Thank you for watching.
Welcome back to Strange Things from Across the Pond. Today, I right fancy some jerky. Squid jerky. Here we go. So this is Orchid's prepared shredded squid, and it says sake ika. I may actually, let's not say may. I almost certainly am pronouncing all of this wrong. Anyway, we'll carry on. Kizami surum, yeah. So,
Wow, Stuart, you are such a monolingual.
30% more. Don't know what that says. We'll try Google Translate on it in a minute. And net weight 1.06 freedom units, or 30 grams. Product of Taiwan. Now, like I said in the introduction, I'm not limiting this to American foods. No, not at all. This is anything that comes from outside the UK. We're an island, so if it comes from across the sea, that's good enough for this series. But yeah, it appears to be, if you can look through the packet, it's jerky. but it's squid. I like both those things. They're combined. My mind is blown. Fantastic. Alright, let's have a look. Ingredients are squid. I should fucking hope so. Sugar, salt, MSG, sorbic acid, and lactose. And it says wild caught. That's alright, isn't it? Nutritional information will be on the screen over here. I like this. Allergy information contains lactose, but not squid. Oh, whatever. I don't know. Maybe they don't have to tell you that it contains squid when it says squid on it. But the amount of times I've bought like fish fingers, it says warning contains fish. Yeah, whatever. Distributed by CTC Food International in Oakland, California. But it's also a product of Taiwan. Anyway, this did actually come from the American supermarket, the commissary, that I am fortunate enough to have access to. So I suppose it's across the pond in two ways. It's come from Taiwan via America, imported to the UK to be sold to Americans, but was then sold to me. Happy days.
How dare you!
Alright, let's open it up and see what's inside. Oh, see if we can make sense of these symbols first. Right, let's see here. So, if I just angle it like that. Okay. So it did briefly show me that this top one was squid. The bottom one is fragrance. Let's see, what's that say? Excellent, it says now. Okay. Well, that one. Oh no, it's squid. Okay. What's that middle one say? Zong. Okay. Vegetables, 20. Fish. Squid. Again. Turtle now. Kang. Oh, squid, vegetable. Oh, it could mean fucking anything. Who knows? Right, let's move on. Let's open it up and eat it. Now this is interesting. It feels just like beef jerky does, but stringier. I suppose it's been jerked just the same, so... yeah. It has, as soon as I open the packet, but especially when I hold it to my nose, yeah, very strong fishy aroma. The dogs have all come and sat right round me as soon as I opened it. They want some of this. It's not a bad fishy smell. It, you know, there's two types of fishy smell. There's, you know, as in like bad rotting fish, you know, when you go down to the docks or something like that, and some of the catch gets dropped in the sea or ends up on the side, you know, and it just smells minging. And then there's that good fishy smell when you go to like a fishmonger's and everything is fresh. It's like that. It's nice, but with just a hint of salt, you know, it's salted. Yeah, it's nice stuff. Yeah, look, it just comes apart. It's all nice and stringy. And yeah, there's some sort of powder getting on my fingers. Yeah, there is some sort of powder getting on my fingers. It's just... It's salt. The dogs are going mad as well. They want some of this. But they're not having any until I've eaten some. Right, let's have that piece, shall we? Okay. First thing that strikes me there, that is tough. I had to tear that apart. I couldn't just bite a chunk off. And I'm still chewing it even now. Blimey. Right, let's try another piece. Yeah, that's... I'm not sure if I like this or not. I was really excited to try that because I love seafood and I love jerky, but... Also, I thought it was salt that's on it. Now I've realised it's not going to be salt, is it? It's going to be MSG. Which is great to put in food. I do use it when I'm cooking, but I don't really want to eat it raw. Which is, yeah, I tried it raw and it tasted minging. Right, let's try one more piece. I'll try and tell you some more about the flavour, but so far I'm not liking this. Right, what I will say about the flavour is, it's fish. It's squid, but it's not fresh. I mean, I know it's not fresh, obviously it's jerky, but it doesn't taste fresh, it doesn't taste very nice. And that's not just the seasoning as well, you know, the raw MSG that's on it. It's just... It's yeah, not impressed with this. Oh, I'll keep eating it for the sake of the channel. Yeah, this is less rare treat, something a bit different, and more, it reminds me of dog treats, which is not good for human food. And yes, I have tried the dog's treats, because, yeah, why wouldn't I? Yeah, I'm not fairly sure I'm not going to be able to finish this, which is saying something, because I was brought up with, you know, oh, you're not leaving the table till you've finished it. I will eat pretty much fucking anything, but this is not very nice. I mean, I feel strangely compelled to keep eating it, even though it's just getting worse the more I do. Yeah, I know Uncle Roger says MSG is pure flavour, but I could do with fucking less of it right now. Oh dear.
Why so weak? So weak.
That's a shame. I was quite excited to try this as well, but it's just not very nice. The texture is too chewy. The flavour is pretty gross. In fact, the smell, I've just realised, reminds me of the fish food that I put in my aquarium to feed my fish. Yeah, the texture is that of dog treats, the smell is that of fish food, and the taste is of, well, it's off fish. And now, March 24, it's well within date. Oh, yeah. Not happy with that. Oh. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a piece and I'm going to go wash it. They're coated in something. It's probably a combination of this sugar, salt and MSG, because it's all over my fingers. You probably can't see it on camera because it's really fine dust, but it's all over my fingers. It's a bit sticky. I'm going to wash it off and see if that changes the flavour. Maybe it's the coating that's ruining it. I'll be back in a minute. Right, there we go. I just ran a piece quickly under the tap. It does look different. Again, I don't know if it's going to come across on camera, but I have washed something off. Let's try this now. No, that's not any better. I feel like my body is rejecting this. It's not nice. Disappointing.
Disappointed!
Alright, I'm not gonna... yeah, I'm eating it now because it's in front of me, but it's not very nice, so we'll separate out a few pieces for the dogs. There we go. Look, dogs, you can have the big pieces. The rest of it is going back in the packet, and see if what my partner makes of it. I imagine they're gonna pull a funny face at me, but disappointing, really disappointing. It's just gross. I mean, I love jerky, I love fish, I do like squid, I especially love foreign food and trying new things, but so if you like that, there's something wrong with you.
Right, let's find out if it's canine approved. Oh, you want some of it, don't you, Bella? Sit. Sit. Good girl. You want a piece? You want some? Right. There you go. What do you think? You want some more? You want some more of it, don't you? Eh? I think it's safe to say it's Bella approved, isn't it? Do you want one more piece? Do you want one more piece? Right. Sit. Good girl. Yes. See, you can be good, can't you, when I have treats? No, you're not having any more. Get down. Who's a good girl?
Okay, so that was Orchid's prepared shredded squid, 30% more. Got to be honest, they could have gone 80% less, it'd have been perfectly acceptable. It's always a bit disappointing when I get something on this series that I just can't eat. I mean, we had the Vienna sausages, which were okay, but yeah, certainly the broth was a bit minging, but I wouldn't recommend them. I unfortunately can't recommend this. I mean, if you see it and it's not expensive, if it's say, 50p or, well, let's say less than £1, by all means get it and try it, but don't say I didn't tell you so. It's not very nice. Right, I'm gonna go get a drink to wash this out my mouth because it's actually pretty gross, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.
Tell you what, though. I know, Bella. Sit. Embarrassment. Tell you what, though, I think it's safe to say it's going to be canine approved. They are desperate for some of it. I'll give you a bit in a minute. Oh, this one here. And that one. Fucking hell, dogs. You can have some in a minute. No.
Welcome back to Strange Things from Across the Pond. Owing to a change in the shift patterns for my partner, I am home alone on an evening and have to make dinner for myself. So I've got one of these. Let's have a look. So what have we got here? Well, this is a Heidelau? Oh, that says high, so I'm going to go with Heidelau. High. New upgrade. HDL self-heating beef hot pot spicy flavour. Ooh. Yeah, 15-minute heating process. Contains 4 packs. I didn't notice that. Blimey, I thought I got all this to myself. Look at the thing, it's massive. No, it looks like I get 4 portions. Bloody hell. If it's good, I'm going to eat it 4 times. Right. This product contains a burn hazard. Use at your own risk. Jesus. Oh dear. I've never had a food product that says contains a burn hazard. Use at your own risk. Fucking hell. Right, okay. Let's get this plastic off. We'll have a proper look at the packaging, shall we? Ooh, that's a fancy tub, isn't it? Let's have a look at that in a minute. So, coming on with this, use at your own risk. I can't believe that. Right, contains 380 grams, 4 packs, spicy flavour hot pot seasoning pack, 75 grams, pickled vegetable pack, 200 grams, cured beef pack, 80 grams, a bean vermicelli pack, 25 grams. Oh, right, okay, so it's not that I have 4 servings here, it's just that there's 4 things in it and they add up to 380 grams. Lovely. Right, let's have a look here. Oh, nutritional information is printed in all the languages all at the same time. Here we go, ingredients, right. HDL self-heating beef hot pot spicy flavour. Ingredients: 1 spicy flavour hot pot seasoning that contains soybean in big capital and bold letters. Oh, these are the allergens, right? Okay. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? They've put the allergens in bold letters so they're easy to find. Good product design there. Soybean oil, right? Salt, chili pepper 1%. Broad bean paste, chili pepper, broad bean, water, salt, wheat flour, Sichuan pepper 0.4%, grain, spirit, ginger, garlic, sugar, spring onion and fermented soybean, which is soybean water, salt and wheat, yeast extract, white pepper, fennel, star anise, cassia, licorice, ooh, I like licorice, orange peel, flavouring, okay. Flavour enhancer E635. That's all in the seasoning. That's a lot of seasoning. This should be good. I'm looking forward to this. Number 2, the pickled vegetables, which is salted lotus roots. Ooh. Lotus root salt preservative E223 and sulfites. Potato Jew's ear. What the hell is that? Salted kelp, and then in brackets kelp and salt. Okay. Salted bamboo shoots, which is bamboo shoots, salt and preservative E223 and sulfites. Water, salt, acidity regulator E330, flavour enhancer E621 and E635, and preservative E202. Excellent. And then number 3, the cured beef is beef 17%, soybean sauce, which is soybean water, salt, wheat flour, colour E150C, acidity regulator E260, E270, sugar, salt, spices, water, orange peel, seasoned wine. Ooh. Excellent. And then number 4, which is the bean vermicelli, which is peas, mung beans and water. That's all they're made of. Fantastic. Oh, cured beef packet is produced in the UK. Ah, the hell. Oh, using beef from the UK. The rest of the ingredients are from China. Oh, okay, so at least some of it's from across the pond. I was about to get disappointed then. I bought this from the Asian food shop down in Ely. I've had a few things from them before. Yeah, quite a regular shopper. Right, well, this is going to be good looking at those ingredients. So what do I need to do with this then? Keep the room circulation during heating, it says to begin with. Okay. I mean, the fan, I've got a desk fan on, that'll have to do. Number 1, remove the outer film sleeve and lid, take out the upper white meal box, and put the vermicelli, beef, pickled vegetables and the hot pot seasoning in order. Right, okay. Add drinking water to the maximum fill line on the white meal box and put it aside. Add cold water to the maximum fill line of the black box. Tear the plastic bag of the heating bag to confirm that the non-woven fabric is not damaged and place it in the black box in the water. Right, okay. Put the white box into the black box quickly and fasten the lid. Set aside for 15 minutes, open the lid, stir well, do not touch box and cover the hole on the lid during heating. Okay, be sure to cover your holes and then it's going to play music and bring you an ice cream or something and spill your coffee. Right, okay. I need to get myself a big bottle of water and I've got cooking this. I'm quite excited about this. So, can I just say before we go any further, this is some really nice product design as well. And this is a really substantial pot. I mean, provided it's not damaged or anything after I've used this, I'm going to keep this. This is a full-on Tupperware box. I mean, normally you get ready meals and the plastic is so flimsy, you feel like it's going to melt apart when you microwave it. But this, I'm keeping this tub. But look, it's going to vent the steam through the lid as it cooks, and they've put the hole in the little eye on the high, which is a chili. I mean, a little touch, that's really cool. This is some nice product design. I mean, it cost me like $10.99, but still, look at the ingredients list, that's it, it's going to be worth it. Right, let me go get this water and we'll get on with it. Okay, here's hoping that a litre of water is going to be enough. Let's just pop this lid off to start with. This is really cool, look at this. Send this up to the space station. How cool is that? Oh, hey, look, you get cutlery with it. That'll be the self-heat pouch. I like these warnings. Prohibit eating, be away from fire, disabled in the confined space, be careful of scald, prohibit hot water. Okay, right, so what did it say to do? It said take out the upper white meal box, which is this, put the vermicelli, beef, pickled vegetables and the hot pot seasoning in order. That's why they're numbered as well. So we've got 2, 3, 4 and 4. Okay, goes into number 1. Well, now I'm confused. Alright, we'll take a guess. We'll do this first because, well, that's noodles, so they're going to want to be in the water to cook. This has got to be the coolest thing I've had on this series so far. How cool is this? Right, that in there. Look at that. And then, alright, then let's do number 2. These are vacuum packed by the feel of them. Okay, put that on there. That's really nice. I mean, they're pickled, obviously, but they are fresh. Sweet, alright. Let's do the cured beef. See, that looks less appetizing, but it has the strongest smell so far. And for once, it doesn't look or smell any worse than any tinned product. It's certainly no worse than your average ready meal. Right, we'll put this on last, shall we? This is the seasoning mix. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a lot of chilies. Oh, Jesus, it's going all over the place. It's going all over my tablecloth. Alright. Oh, I've just tried a little bit of that oil off of there. Oh, that's spicy. What's next? Add drinking water to the maximum fill line of the white meal box and put it aside. Right, okay. That's about 400-ish millilitres of water. I'll put it over there for now then. Add cold water to the maximum fill line of the black box. Right, took me a while to find it. The maximum fill line, from the pictures, it made out like it was going to be up here. But no, the maximum fill line is this little bit down the bottom. It's like little, you can see it better on the outside. I fill it to there. Suppose that makes sense. I don't want an enormous chemical reaction going off in my recording studio. But that's about the same amount of water again, maybe a bit less. I feel like this is the sort of thing I don't want to handle too much. Interesting sort of powdery texture inside. Right, let's adjust the camera angle. Right, some idiot forgot to press record, but yeah, put the white bag in, put the box, just sits in there like that, but look, you can see it in there. Oh, the chemical reaction has started already, fucking hell. Oh, it's off, fucking hell, right, put that on there, Jesus. Right, 14.5 minutes and dinner should be ready. Alright, let's eat! Here we go, it's dinner time. Let's open her up. Oh, look at that. Fucking hell. I'm gonna say it right now before I go any further. This is the best ready meal I have ever bought. I mean, it was £11, but fuck me, this is nice. Alright, let's see if we can lift this out of here. Ooh, that's fucking hot. Right, okay, maybe we won't lift that out of there. There's still steam coming up the sides. I'm not going to be able to get that out there without burning my hands. Maybe this packet offers a way to do it. Let's have a look. Alright, it doesn't, but I will show you what we get in it. You get this little thing here, which contains a toothpick. Right? And then you get these little things into which these slot. To make you some chopsticks, and these have got weight to them. They're plastic, but they're really top quality solid chopsticks. And of course you also have a spoon, which is better than most ready meal cutlery on its own. I mean, it's a bit flimsy still, but yeah. And then you get a napkin with it as well. This is like full on restaurant service here. Bloody hell. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll lay the napkin out so I don't ruin my nice chopping board. I'll keep the toothpick for later. This is top-notch stuff. Let's have a bit of a poke around in here, shall we? Oh yeah, look, there's me noodles, nicely cooked. There's all my veg. There's all my beef gone. Well, that's just mixed in. Yeah, look at this. That's your bamboo. Looking nice and cooked. Your noodles there, sort of in a lump, but you can always just stir it around a bit. That's really cool. I am liking the look of this. And the smell is hard to describe. Everything that went into it, I can smell. Mainly the chilies and the spice. I think I'm going to be burning my arsehole off eating this.
Why so weak? So weak.
That is really, really good. I'm keeping these chopsticks as well. These are nice chopsticks. Before anyone says, oh, yes, this is the correct technique. When I was at university, one of my housemates in our shared accommodation was from Guangdong in China. And she showed me the correct way to eat with chopsticks. So yes, this is the correct technique before anyone says anything. Well, maybe a little out of practice, but yeah, this is cool. Yeah, you see all these chilies in it. Yeah, the smell. Think go into any sort of Asian restaurant. Yeah. Right, change the camera angle so I can get my mouth around this properly, and I'll tell you what it tastes like. Here we go. Let's get a hold of this properly. And you know, I'm just going to start with that because it's right in front of me. Let's get some noodle as well, shall we? Oh, I am definitely out of practice with my chopsticks. Let's just have some noodles. That's nice. I want that. Get in my face. It's certainly spicy. The chilies really get you at the back of the throat, but that is good. It's so good, I'm struggling to find the words for it, but that is easily the most flavourful ready meal I think I've ever had. Every one of those ingredients that was on the ingredients list is having an impact on this flavour. The noodles, they're the sort of noodles that you cook for literally a minute in boiling water. Even though they've been in here for 15 minutes, they're still perfect. I don't know how they've managed that. So the vegetables Although they were pickled and now they've been steamed, they're still crispy and fresh. The beef has just sort of like mixed in. I can't actually find any of that at the moment, but you can tell it's adding to the flavour. That's a bamboo shoot. Let's try some of that. The chilies definitely get you at the back of the throat, but it's worth it. Let's try a bit of, well, there's some beef here in the middle. Try a bit of that. Tastes just like stewed beef. It's really soft, comes apart in your mouth. Let's try a bit of the broth. It's quite oily, which is fairly normal for food from this part of the world. It's very nice. Oh, that's gorgeous. It's spicy. If you don't like spicy food, don't get it. I love spicy food. This is about on the limit of spiciness for me. But this is fantastic. This is a dinner. I'm going to have to get some more of these. Oh, dearie me. Let's get a nice bit of beef and some veg and a nice bit of broth. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Obviously, I've just had a spoonful. I made sure to get some broth. I don't know how well it's coming across on camera, but as you can see, there's quite a bit of oil. Oh, there you go. Look, it just dripped on my hand. There's quite a bit of oil, which is normal, like I say, for this sort of food. I can see why they've included the napkin now. So yeah, you do get the oiliness first on your lips, around your mouth. If you don't like that, fine, but you're going to struggle with this sort of food if you don't. It's a really aromatic flavour. All those herbs and spices that I mentioned earlier, they're all coming through. The veg, like I said, is still crunchy. The beef, whilst you only get tiny bits, you still know it's there and it just breaks apart in your mouth. It's sort of almost like it's been slow cooked. Cracking. And then after all of that, thankfully, then you get the heat from the chilies and it's a real kick. My lips are burning right now. And it does get you at the back of the throat, especially if you inhale as you put it in your mouth. You will cough, but it's gorgeous. So let's get some noodles. Big old mouthful of noodles. They're lovely. I think this is going to be Strange Things from Across the Pond first. 10 out of 10 for this. Yeah, that's nice. Right. Let's summarise before I scoff all of this into my face. In a nutshell, really impressed. Really, really nice. Yeah, fantastic bit of kit is this. Food-wise, textures and flavours, yeah, you've got the veg, which has managed to stay crunchy. The noodles are perfectly cooked. They just slip down. Yeah, they are a little difficult to pick up with chopsticks, but that's because I'm out of practice. The beef is right there. That is perfectly cooked as well. It just falls apart on your tongue. And of course, you've got all the different seeds and chilies in there as well. The oil, I like it. I like that sort of thing. Remember, I grew up on like Bradford curry houses. I was born in Bradford, lived there for 19 years. So oil in food does not bother me one bit. But if you don't like that, you're not into it, I can see that being a downside for you, but it isn't for me. The spice, if you like spicy food, yeah, fucking go for it. It's cracking. And the packaging as well. I don't normally talk about the packaging other than to read it out to you, but you've got a fantastic ingredients list. All these instructions, really detailed instructions on how to do it. You need about 700 millilitres of water to make it work. Other than that, it's entirely self-contained. It is really hot. This tub is still giving off heat, but the food is piping hot. Yeah, you don't have to eat this at home. If you wanted a decent meal to take to work, take one of these. I mean, you'll stink out the whole office, but all you need is a bottle of water to add to it, and you could go anywhere. You could eat this, say, in like a work van at the side of the motorway if you wanted to. Have a proper meal there with you, and it's perfectly safe to carry around otherwise. Yeah, spot on. Cannot recommend this highly enough. If you see one of these, there's the original packaging that comes in. If you see this, buy it. If you see two of them, buy two of them. If there's like 30 of them on the shelf, blow your savings and buy them. They're great. I'm going to keep a very keen eye out for any other flavours of this, and I'm just going to snap them up. I don't care how far overdrawn I am on my account. Fantastic. Right, I'm going to close this episode off and stuff this in my face. So for now, thank you for watching.
Right, I've just finished eating. Thought I'd quickly show you this. This is what the bag at the bottom does. As you can see, It's absorbed nearly all of that water. The yellowy stuff is because I spilt soup over the side of the bowl and got it on the bag. It would otherwise have been white. But yeah, it's puffed right up and it's rock hard now. There's also still quite a bit of heat coming off of that. I mean, I can pick it up and hold it now, but whilst I was eating, yeah, that was red hot. Quite an interesting chemical reaction there, and quite a lot of heat given off by it as well. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching.
Welcome back to Strange Things from Across the Pond. Quick one today, I'm in the mood for a bit of a snack. On payday. So, what have we got here? Well, as you can see, it's called a payday bar, or a payday peanut caramel bar. It's a fairly simple product. It's just a snack bar, peanut-based snack. I imagine similar to a Snickers or something like that, although looking at the picture on the front, perhaps not. This came from the snack aisle at the BX on the RAF Mildenhall. I've never seen them for sale here in the UK, so I can only assume they're not available, or that they're just simply not shipped here. But supposedly they're really quite popular on base, so yeah, I thought I'd give this one a go. Right, let's have a quick look at the packaging on the back, and then we'll open it up and eat it. So, start with the ingredients, which I shall display along the top now, and we'll put the nutritional information there along the bottom. So, ingredients are peanuts, which would seem to be obvious from the picture, sugar and corn syrup, because America, skim milk, which I can only assume means skimmed milk, but that definitely says skim milk. Yeah, whatever. Vegetable oil, which is palm oil and sunflower oil, contains 2% or less of salt and carrageenan mono and diglycerides. That's a fairly short ingredient list there. It seems to be just peanuts held together with syrup. Yeah, fairly simple. I'm not going to read out the nutritional information, but you can always pause the video and have a look if you're interested. And then it says here, distributed by the Hershey Company, which I know them from their chocolate bars, but clearly they do other products as well. Oh, gluten-free, interesting. And then we've got this here, which I haven't seen before. It's a QR code. It says Smart Label, trademark. Scan here for more information. Let's give it a scan, see what happens. Oh, what will it do? Oh, there we go. It's picking up on it. Oh. The QR code on this package is intended for use by US customers only, so it knows I'm not in the US. Alright, never mind. But by the sounds of it, that probably displays like more detailed information than what's here on the packaging. Fair play, but we're not going to be able to look into that. Right, let's open her up and have a taste. Ooh. There we go, look at that. Oh look, I've ruined my thumbnail now, bloody hell.
Luckily, through the magic of buying 2 of them, I have one of them right here.
Right, okay, so that is a clump of peanuts. And they look to be held together with, well, like I said, some sort of gloop, but it looks almost like peanut butter, if I'm honest. Let's have a sniff. It smells like peanut butter as well. Yeah, it just smells like peanut butter with a load of peanuts stuck on it. Let's break it in half. Yeah, that looks a lot like peanut butter as well. Yeah, it looks like a fairly simple product. Let's just go straight in with the taste test. Okay, salty. Yeah, definitely salty. But pretty much what I expected from looking at it. Salted peanuts with peanut butter in the middle. If you like peanuts and peanut butter, this is freaking perfect. And I do like peanuts and peanut butter. Yeah, that's good, is that? Let's have another bite. Yeah, so second bite, the saltiness obviously going up a level. You wouldn't want to eat more than one of these in one go, that's for sure. Well, you might if you're American, because they love salty foods over there, but I think I'll eat this one, and that'll do me for the day on my salt intake. But flavour-wise, it's exactly what you would expect. Peanuts. With peanut butter in the middle. That's exactly what you're getting, just with a lot more salt than I'm used to, at least for peanut butter anyway. Salted peanuts, it's fairly normal, but yeah, that's quite salty. Texture wise, well, it's
peanuts. They're roasted peanuts. They have that sort of peanut texture. A little dry, as salted peanuts tend to be, but then that's counterbalanced by the peanut butter in the middle. It gives it just the right amount of moisture as you're eating it. Yeah, it's just a peanut-based snack bar. It's actually quite nice. Yeah, quite a simple product. You put it in a lunchbox or just have it, as a snack, get it out of a vending machine, I imagine. Good amount of peanuts on it. I mean, it's a bit bare there, but they're really jammed on. You can't complain about the size of it or anything like that. It's quite nice. So it's just the right amount of chewy from the centre, but then crunchy from the peanuts as well. Yeah, it's quite good. And I'm not getting that sort of lingering sticky sensation in my mouth that you get when you have too much peanut butter. You know, it sticks to the roof of your mouth and it's there for ages. It's just nice, is this. It's going down well. I'm going to have one more bite. Yeah, the saltiness hits you first. I imagine it's because these peanuts are salted on the outside and it's getting on my fingers a bit as well. I don't think the peanut butter in the middle is salted, but because your tongue touches the peanuts first, that's what first hits you. But I have to say, that's very nice. I'm going to stuff this last bit in my face and then we'll do conclusions. Right, well that was, because I've eaten all of it now, the Payday Peanut Caramel Bar. Now I have to say I didn't get any of the caramel flavour in there. I forgot to mention it earlier, well, because I forgot it actually said caramel bar, but no taste of caramel there at all for me. It's just peanuts on a core of peanut butter. That's exactly what it tasted like. So if you love peanuts and peanut butter, you've basically got a bar of it. It's just crunchy peanut butter in a bar form. Would I recommend? Yes, absolutely, especially if you like peanuts, and even if you're just sort of okay with peanuts, I'd still really recommend it. It's quite good. Maybe avoid it if you're allergic to peanuts, obviously. I mean, this is just death in a small package, really, if you are allergic to them, but otherwise, get them in your face. It's nice. The saltiness is sort of limiting. Yeah, I won't want to. I could probably eat a second one of these, but I don't want to eat too many too quickly. Yeah, you can tell it's made for American taste buds because they love salty food over there. My partner, for example, is always adding salt to things. So yeah, all in all, that was a good one. Nice short snack to start the day. So for now, thank you for watching. Welcome back to Strange Things from Across the Pond. Today, I'm quite snacky again. I'm going to eat this. Alright, I've got myself a Chico stick. Chico stick? Sounds like there's chicken in this. But then when I look, it says crunchy peanut butter rolled in toasted coconut. So no chicken, but it's still called a chick or stick. Okay. It says it's gluten-free and vegan, so there's definitely no chicken in it, but that's just a confusing name. With simple ingredients. Well, we'll soon see about that. Ingredients are cane sugar and corn syrup, because America. Peanut butter, which is made of fresh ground dry roasted peanuts, salt and preserved with vitamin E to maintain freshness. You can use vitamins to maintain freshness? Okay. Toasted coconut, turmeric colour, vegetable juice colour, natural vanilla flavour and palm kernel oil. Contains peanuts and coconuts. Yeah, you don't say. Manufactured in a facility that processes peanuts and uses milk, egg and tree nuts. Well, I should think it is manufactured in a facility that processes peanuts. It's a peanut product. The fuck?
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit. Fuck. Oh my.
Made by Atkinson Candy Company in Lufkin, Texas. Right, yeah, it says made in America quite proudly with bioengineered, it says on there, which, if I'm honest, bioengineered or GM crops aren't that bad of a thing. They've got quite a bad name, but they're actually not a bad thing. You can genetically engineer crops to be like resistant to pests and disease, and they're important in maintaining our food supply now and into the future. So yeah, it's interesting that they're proudly promoting it, whereas here in the UK, you know, GM crops seem to be something of a dirty word.
So even though they're actually everywhere and there's nothing wrong with them. Well, yeah, again, another quite simple product, as it says, simple ingredients. Can't really complain about that. Those are a pretty simple list of ingredients. Let's open it up and have a taste. Here we go. Well, it looks like it's already broken, but never mind. Right, so that's certainly interesting appearance. I don't think it's meant to come broken, but it is, but that's not an issue. I'm not sure what to make of that. It's on the inside, I'm trying to show you, it's some sort of hollow, almost like a honeycomb, but hasn't quite formed properly. In the end, it's all sort of, I don't know what that is. It's almost like it's, actually, yeah, I know what that is. They've been making this, they probably make it by the mile, huge long sticks of it, and then a machine just chops it off at the right lengths. And clearly it's doing it before it's properly roasted, so it's still like squishy. And this is quite solid now, but yeah, it's clearly been chopped off before it was fully cooked. Normally, when you're mass producing and you need to cut something, you use what's called a sonic blade. It's basically like a bandsaw, but it's moving faster than the speed of sound, and it gives you a really clean cut. See, this looks almost like it's been done by someone just with a knife like that, and not a very sharp one, so it's sort of pinched to the ends. Interesting. Right, I'll give it a sniff. It smells just as you would expect from the description. It's coconut and peanut butter mixed together. That's exactly what I'm getting. I'd say the peanut is probably stronger than the coconut, which is interesting considering I think this powdery stuff here is the coconut. I don't think there's any coconut in it. I think that's all peanut in there. Yeah, and I can only assume that what look like bits are the bits of peanut that have been ground up and then they're sort of pressed into this syrup. Yeah, it's certainly an interesting looking product. Let's try breaking one in half again, shall we? Oh, it's brittle. Ah, look, you can see there quite easily. That's a piece of peanut sticking out. But yeah, it's brittle. It's almost like a crunchy bar, or the inner part of a crunchy bar, but just a little bit more dense. Interesting. Right, let's give it a taste. Oh, that's not the easiest thing to bite into, that's for sure. I'm not sure what to make of that. That's interesting to say the least. Don't recommend giving this to children unless they have strong jaws and strong teeth. That was quite difficult to bite into, and it's really quite chewy once you get it going. Interesting sensation on the tongue as well. It's almost like it's got sherbet in, but I know it hasn't. But yeah, it's sort of tingling sensation. Yeah, it manages to be both crunchy but then chewy later. I imagine it's the outer part of the bar here. It's almost like hard toffee. You know, you start chewing it, warm it up a bit, and it just goes sticky and tough. Let's have another bite. Yeah, it's doing it again. It's crunchy at first, but then after a couple of chomps down, it goes really sticky and chewy and starts sticking to your teeth. Also, I have to say, the coconut is really being overpowered by the peanut flavour. I can smell it, but there's not much in the way of coconut flavouring there. If I suck on it, like you would a lollipop, then I can taste the coconut. But if I just take a bite out of it, it's completely overpowered. I just realised what it reminds me of. A stick of rock that you get from the seaside. I imagine a lot of Americans don't know what that is, but everyone in the UK knows what a stick of rock is. That's what it's like. You know, you first bite into it, it's rock hard and crunchy. Then after a couple of chews, it goes chewy. It's that texture, that exact texture it really is. It's sort of aerated and crunchy in the middle, but then the outside is what makes it hard to bite into, but chewy at the same time. Yeah, it has the texture of a stick of rock, but the flavour is something else. Obviously peanut, but there's something else going on there, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Let's try another bite and see if I can figure it out. Alright, I think it's just the peanut butter coming through, because we have chunks of roasted peanut in there, but also the peanut butter mixing with some of the sweetness of the sugar and the corn syrup as well. And now that I've eaten over half of it, I am starting to taste the coconut, but initially it is really overpowered by the peanut flavour. So I think all those flavours combined is what I'm tasting. It's very nice.
I'm really liking this. I wish I had another one. I'd eat 2 of these in one go, no problem. Yeah, that's nice as that. Let's try this one more bite. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to have to ask my partner to get me some more of these. This came from the BX on RAF Mildenhall from their snack aisle. They've got quite a decent snack aisle. I quite like going in there and get lots of stuff from my YouTube channel from that aisle. And it's great. Right, I'm going to have another bite or 2 or 3 out of this, and then we'll do conclusions, I think. Alright, so conclusions on Chico stick. I'm going to say if you want a peanut-based stick of rock, then get yourself a Chico stick. It's actually really nice. The texture is not what I was expecting, it being crunchy but then chewy all at the same time. But I have to say I do like it, and the flavour is something else as well. The coconut mixing in with the roasted peanuts, so you got the saltiness that's coming through. Now that I'm nearly through the bar, the salt is really starting to build up, but that's to be expected when you've got salted peanuts in something. And it's to be expected with American food because they love salt. A little bit of sweetness coming through, which will be the corn syrup and the cane sugar. Yeah, it's a really interesting mix of flavours. I wonder if I could take this to a rock maker next time I'm at the beach and say, hey mate, start making this. This stuff's great. They'll probably just look at me like I'm weird, but you know. Yeah, I highly recommend the Chico stick, which doesn't contain chicken, and I've no idea why it's called that, but highly recommend. Very good. Right, I'm going to stuff this in my face, so for now, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching this video on doing stuff and filming it. Please don't forget to press the big button here in the middle to subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you liked what you just saw, please click the like button below and leave a comment letting me know what you liked about it. And as always, thank you for watching.